Oh, did you have something to say before we went live, Kirkland? I said we are going live. You like,
No.
no? Oh, he did. He did. Look, he's mad.
He's shy now.
He's red ass. Yeah, and this is my last cast with you guys. So, and the thing is, like, I'm leaving all the group chats, so Kirkland will never be able to contact me ever again.
I know where you live. I'll come check in every once in a while.
If you don't get your payout for the month, you'll message me and be like, sorry. Yeah, I'll talk to you in June. Sorry, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the November 2024 edition of After Nine. I'm Travis Snail. I'm joined by
I'm Kirkland Patzer.
Hey, I'm Dylan.
so yeah, no Taylor Field today on the schedule. He put that he was busy and busy. So I don't know what that meant. And it wasn't that he said Taylor Field busy. He put on our calendar, we always have like the layout, and then if you're busy, you usually put like, Dylan busy, Kirkland busy, or vacation, whatever. But yeah, he put Taylor busy, which was fine. Taylor, busy guy. Oh, it's Madison's birthday. That's why. Happy birthday, Madison. Hope you're having a good day. So
And
that's
Scott. Shouts out to Scott too.
Yeah, more shouts out to Scott. He, good friend of ours at the podcast here. We're really close with him. I actually, as a jokingly aside, I hope to get some of his music in the next movie. I got the perfect scene. But so he said busy and then busy. That's probably why he has the two busies, I guess, right? He has to go celebrate Madison, and then
Yeah,
Yeah.
two birthdays.
he has to go celebrate with Scott after.
He used to put really detailed notes of why he was
Yeah.
busy, but like then it got off the rails where he wrote Taylor getting mouth fucked, and we're like, okay,
Yeah,
enough
that
of
was the
this.
wild
Like,
card
you
one.
You gotta dial it back here. Buddy.
No, I did that. And I thought he was originally he just put dentist, and then I like jokingly put that. I'm like, for sure gonna,
Not
for
a
sure he's gonna
dirty
catch it.
situation. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I still love pulling the wool over Taylor's eyes. But then I screenshot. I'm like, oh, Taylor, what's this? It's like, oh, I don't know why I put that. I must have been on a different playing field that time or something. Like, I don't know what he said, but yeah. So it's us three. Already got some people ready to join us at message. So in 2 minutes, gonna send that link. But yeah, just looking at it right there, the November 2024 edition. I think this is like I'm sure there's some study out there or something, but I feel maybe it's because we're all busier, but that cliche of the older you get, the faster time goes is definitely right. Like this does not feel like we've gone through soon to be a calendar year. I don't know why. Like even with the twins coming next week, it doesn't feel like it. Usually at the 9 months, it's like, okay, we're near. Emily's feeling it, but for us, like time wise, it's like, oh yeah, like now this seems about right. But it's just maybe for us, it's because it was like found out we're pregnant, and then like more halfway mark, you find out it's like the twins. But I just feel like this year has just fast forward mode,
Time is a disturbing beast.
That's
how I
it.
would put it.
That's a journal entry for Doctor Strange. You go into the Sanctum Sanctorum and you're like, oh man, what happened to Steven?
Yeah, no, it's been very strange. Even like next week, Shay's got Taylor Swift, right? Like she leaves tomorrow. So I feel like from the time that she like first got those, I mean, you were involved in that whole process as well.
It was
It's
last
just-
summer.
Yeah, it seems like a very long time ago. And even just thinking back to like some of the movies and projects that we've covered this year, it's just like, really? That came out this year? Oh yeah,
June,
okay.
right?
That's
What the hell was it?
Yeah, like looking at the early stuff. And I always, because I know some people contribute to this, and I think there is some truth in it. I think COVID in this decade really changed some stuff. Like obviously changed a lot of things, but I just mean like in general, the sense of
vaccine's
time.
taking our hours. Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Fever dreams,
Time
not knowing what's
sinkers.
going on.
But no, I just feel like because it's like even with the movies, I remember I've talked about this before, but when we do our previews, it's like, oh, I would know every month, whatever. It's like, but I feel like since 2020, it got thrown like amok, and we're still trying to recover. Like I see the memes all the time of like the blinking guy, and it's like 2019, and he blinks, and it's like 2024. But it does feel like that, where like 2019 feels like so memorable, and then those other 2 years was just like a hosh posh of stuff, So
Yeah.
Posh posh for sure.
Big
hosh
hosh
posh, yeah, big hosh posh. But yes, what we do, I'm about to drop the links right now. This is After Nine. It's our call-in show monthly one where we just catch up with the patrons, see what's going on, and thank them for supporting us, and talk about movies, video games, TV shows, other stuff. I do have something I'm going to show. Emily showed me this trailer that's for a real movie. It's from 2 decades ago that I couldn't believe. So near the end, once we get some people, I'm going to show, because I could not believe, nothing offensive or anything, but just like I could not believe this was a real movie. So it's a tease for later, and I'll set it up more there. But Dylan, what you been up to this week? And also we played some Outlast on Friday. I was bummed I wanted to last night, but then when I woke up, I fell asleep on the couch. We were watching. I'll say about a movie we were watching, but I did not make it through that. And then I woke up like, oh no, I wouldn't make no Outlast journey. But that was fun on
Yeah.
Friday. Loving the updates they've done to it. So
Yeah, no, it was fun playing that on Friday, and then yesterday was very chill. Muds is down in Seattle at a concert, so I was just on my own, and it was very rainy to the point where it like hurts, like the rain pellets like hurt your head, you know. So it's like I'm not going out, so I just pretty much stayed inside all day. I kind of lost track of times. Like, oh my god, it's like 3 p.m. I haven't left this couch yet. It was one of those kind of days. But then I had a friend come over in the evening, and we played a bunch of games, which was fun. Like, just, obviously on the stream, we do like split screen co-op games for 24 hours. But in my everyday life, I don't really do that anymore with friends. I don't really often have a friend who are like, maybe if we play Smash or Mario Kart, but we played some like online Halo multiplayer. We played some more Mortal Kombat. We played Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 is on Game Pass. We were playing some of that, and that game is super good. It was super fun. So yeah, had a good night doing that. I also, Travis, watched Strange Darling. Knocked it off the list, and yeah, that movie is fantastic. It really just, as it goes along, gets better and better. Really like the way it's structured. I don't want to spoil anything, but I love that movie. Kirkland, you got to watch that one. I don't think you've seen it yet, right?
No, I haven't.
I hope you watch it, because
what's it called?
Strange Darling.
Strange Darling. Because on IMDb it's 2023, but it's probably one of those like festivals.
Yeah, it's because it came out then and then like got the
so
release. Yeah.
I feel like you got to watch that one before GG. So
If not, that was one of the ones I had as like the, my picks, but I hope Kirkland could watch it, and then I can just pick Wild Robot and just have it done with, because those are the two.
I mean, I'm definitely going to watch that one as well. That's on my list as well when it's streaming.
Yeah, no, Willa Fitzgerald was fantastic. She's somebody that I saw like 5 years ago. They did a Scream TV series, and it was not good. It was like when the franchise was
I was
low.
looking through her IMDb, and that's kind of the biggest thing she's in. But like, I don't think I've seen her before. So
yeah, there's some, and then I know I don't think you'd watch, but another one she's really good in is it's a show called The House of Usher, or The Fall of the House of Usher. It's Flanagan when he does all that stuff. Yeah, she's really good in it, but yeah, she was in the Scream show, and it was real bad. Those like not her, just like the show, and like for me it's like a Scream TV show, and even then they like for 2 seasons they changed the mask. It wasn't the Ghostface mask, and then season 3 they're like, we're gonna do the Ghostface mask. Everyone's like, this is stupid, but yeah, it was all right. But she's come like a far way. She's like fine in that, and that she's like for me she's like a bullet for a nom for Best Actress. She does a lot in that movie, and the guy's good too. I've seen a lot of stuff, but speaking of Scream, we got Maddie, who I'm not sure. Did you ever? I know you're a fan of the movies. Did you ever see the show?
And
yes.
Unmute yourself.
Yeah, you might have to unmute so we can get that answer from you.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you now. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I think I haven't seen it. I think I'd asked you last time if it's worth watching. Like, would you recommend it?
Oh, and I probably said not much. No, it's like it's one of these things. Like if we ever go through, God forbid, another pandemic, and you have nothing to watch, sure, put on the Scream series, but nothing. No, I wouldn't recommend it. It's just like a completionist, and yeah, and I think it's like it was on Canada Netflix at one point. I think it's when I was not working. I was like, well, this is a good show to just binge through, So
who was in it that you were talking about earlier? I didn't catch it.
Will Fitzgerald. Have you seen Strange Darling yet?
Yes.
Yeah, she's really like the Sidney Prescott character. She's the female lead of the first 2 seasons of Ghostface is after her and stuff. Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Now that kind of makes me want to watch it.
Yeah. There you go.
Nice. That's cool.
All right, we got 2 other people. We got Charlie coming in here. Oh, I gotta change. Sorry, we still got the wrestling ring up. My bad, guys. Charlie's in here, and then April. April, I gotta ask you too, because I know you're a big horror fan. Have you seen the Scream series?
I have not. No.
Oh my God, I wonder what the ratings were on this thing when this thing was made. So, yeah, fair enough. And then Charlie, how you doing today? Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, doing good, man. Yeah, good to hop on. I don't think I've been on a couple of GUAs. I don't think I've been on After 9, so it's good to hop in here and talk to you guys.
Yeah, I know we did like the crossovers back in the day, and that's the last time we were on something together. So no, it's good to have you on this ship over here. Are you fan of the Scream series at all, Charlie? Or
I am not actually. I don't think. Yeah, I've never seen a Scream movie. So.
Wow, there you go.
Not actually a big like pure like slasher. Well, actually, I don't know. I haven't really dove into those. But
yeah,
I'm gonna have to at some point because I'm running out of movies to watch.
Well, I was just wondering because you're watching stuff weird like The Substance. So if you're into that, like slashers, they're pretty tame compared to The Substance.
That's like
there.
Peak savagery in terms of
yes.
Yeah. No, that was incredible. Have April and Maddie? Have you guys both watched it? The Substance.
The Substance. Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome.
It's great.
Cool.
Watch it in theaters. So I'm really glad I went in theaters also to see it. Really
they didn't have any near me at all. They had like one downtown Toronto. I'm close to Toronto, so they had one right downtown, but I'm a little drive away, so I ended up making it there. But yeah, no, I saw it. They actually had it on some certain sites earlier than I expected, so it was good watch.
You didn't go to the Mubi streaming service or whatever, the movie streaming service.
No.
Yeah, it's one of those weird movies. Yeah, that's where I am right now. I don't know if it's because last year the theaters were putting out movies that maybe not everyone saw, and then they didn't see them, so like no more. But I had that with Substance. I got weeks later. Anora, I had to go to like a one that's like further away. Terrifier, we never even got it here where I live. Kirkland got it, but it's still like a bus ride away. I was like, I didn't want to do that. So it's just, and like Terrifier, I was strange because like it was like the #1 movie in North America when it came out, and we just didn't have it. So and the like because the chain, it's not like it's X-rated, so we don't want to carry it. The chain that carries in Kirkland's town is like the same place, like it's the same chain, so it's like still Landmark Cinemas. They are carrying an X movie, so I don't know.
Travis, quickly on Terrifier, because I know you've seen them. Is that a movie that you'd recommend to the GV crew? Like, is that something you would have liked to have reviewed with the boys? How do you see that?
I think we kicked it around last year, but then I think when we did the preview, but I think we just got too busy. I don't know. I definitely wouldn't have it in like any Golden Geek stuff. I like the franchise enough. It's kind of fun, but yeah, I don't know. Not for Kirkland. Kirkland won't even watch the Saw movies. And this is like Saw on heroin, so I don't. Sure, yeah. I would love to actually do like a watch along, like that'd be the next step.
Substance, so now he's deep. He's in as deep as you can get.
I did do Substance, yes. You're not wrong.
Watch anything now.
April, would you?
I haven't seen Terrifier yet. So
I would say the Terrifier movies are worse than Substance to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely gore wise.
There's some bad stuff. There's some nightmare fuel in there.
Yeah.
You know, so
good to know.
Yeah, we got another Canadian brother joining. Oh, Mike the Wicked, glad he's ready. We'll talk to Mike about Glickit or whatever camp he's in. And
Wickiator's better.
I don't like Wickiator. I don't like saying Wickiator. I don't like the sound
Glicked's
of it.
legit. The first time I
like a Last of Us villain.
Of this Glicked thing was when it was mentioned on the newscast. Like I had never heard of this thing until like that. I hadn't seen it on any of my social media anywhere.
I had for the longest time just seen the Wickiator or whatever, but then the last 2 weeks I've been seeing lots of like Glicked posters, like the Barbenheimer one. So I'm like, yeah, I can get behind this. Wickiator it hurts my mouth to say Glicked. I'm all down for the Glicked, but
I like Glicked. That sounds
yeah.
Yeah, the posters were nice though. It's true. Yeah, the names are awful, but the posters were cool.
The names, yeah, I like the one. It's like it's her whispering into whatever the new character in Gladiator is. So like they're doing that poster. So. But yeah, Mike, this is a big week for you because you've been excited for Wicked for a while now.
Wicked, and also now the more we're getting close to it, the more Gladiator 2 is creeping up there. After watching that first one, I'm like, oh man, and seeing the good reviews for both of them, it's going to be a great day at the theater. I'm just going to put it that way.
What did you see first?
Starting with Wicked, because unfortunately at my theater they were only showing Wicked in 3D in evenings, and I just don't want to watch it in 3D. So if anything else, it was perfect because it made the choice for me. So
where was this, Mike? Which theater?
The Colossus.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a little different than the Barbie and Oppenheimer because Oppenheimer's a lot slower. I feel like they're long movies, but they're gonna be I feel like good paced and fast and like exciting. Like Barbie's exciting, where Oppenheimer's very heavy and stuff. So I feel like you don't gotta worry about.
Plus, I already know like the basic plot of Wicked, so I'll be able to track when in the movie things are happening.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Are
I
the
saw.
are the sorry, are the people you're going with doing the double with you also? Like you're a group?
I had to orchestrate a lot of schedules to make this happen because it is a completely different group of people I'm going to see one with than the other.
Oh my god!
And
Oh, okay.
originally,
That's
I was supposed to go on Saturday, but then one of the people I'm going to see Gladiator with had a Christmas party scheduled after I bought the tickets, so I had to jigger everything so I'm going on Sunday to see both of them.
Oh man,
That's an
Yeah.
early Christmas party. Like
I know.
November 22nd.
Yeah,
what the
I know.
It's not even
I know.
Thanksgiving yet.
yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, no,
All
no.
the
We had
Santa
we had
Claus
Thanksgiving
parades
April,
are happening.
remember?
Oh, sorry.
Santa
It's
Claus
not American
parades.
Thanksgiving. Now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're already done. We had our. It's very close to Halloween. Or wait, it is right. Like it's
Yeah,
before.
It's
two,
2-3 weeks before.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's odd. But well, I'm excited for you, Mike. I hope you like Gladiator because I saw your review of it, and I hope you're not disappointed because I feel like you were very very hyped on the they don't make movies like this anymore. It's like here comes the 2024 edition. Let's see what happens.
I still don't think they will because just based on the trailers and what I've heard, people are comparing it a lot to like, oh, it's badass, but it's like more of a outlandish Fast and Furious vibe, and it relies less on like the emotional elements of the first one.
I don't know about that.
That being said, the Fast and the Furious taking place in ancient Rome in a gladiator arena, that's something I could be down for. So
I guess I don't mind that. It's just like maybe a different franchise to do it. Gladiator 2. That's
Not the description I would have expected on coming into this.
I don't know.
Secretly a musical. That's the reveal.
Oh,
yeah. They
Oh,
should do
that
with
would
the
be my
next
dream
Fast.
come true. Are you kidding me? My dream movie idea is a medieval fantasy musical. That would be like incredible.
bring
Get
Joaquin back
Hugh
in.
Jackman as a king and Idina Menzel as the queen. Have a duet with them. Oh, that would be perfect.
You mean Adele Dazeem? You know?
Either way, she's wickedly talented.
Yeah, I just fell down that rabbit hole last night. I can't remember why. I feel like such an idiot. Now I know why he said the wickedly talented. I literally said to Emily, I'm like, oh, I understand that now. Because I never followed the Wicked stuff. Did you ever see the actual Wicked show, Mike? Or are you just
Oh, yeah.
kind of like the sound? Okay.
No,
so-
yeah, I saw it live about 10 years ago. Because I really was not into musicals until I turned like 13, 14. Pretty much when I saw Les Miserables. Because before then I was like, oh yeah, that's a girl thing. I'm not into that. But suddenly a switch clicked in me, and now I'm just all down the rabbit hole. Listen to all the famous soundtracks. I know the different Broadway stars, and saw a couple of live. I saw Wicked live, Book of Mormon live, Anastasia live, and a few others.
What's your top three? The pinnacle of musicals.
That I've seen, or that in general.
I guess just your favorites. If I would ask you, what are your three favorites? What would you say?
Probably Wicked, Hamilton, and Les Miserables.
Okay. I've only seen one of those with Les Miserables, and I didn't make it. I fell asleep halfway through, and I've never returned to
The film or the play?
the film. I ain't going to play now. there's the only way would be like if I was somehow single again and I had to go see it. But Emily's luckily up now. Like, no, I wouldn't take you to that stuff. Like that would be terrible. But I did. We talked about last after I went out. I like saw the Evil Dead musical last month, and that was fun. So maybe when if it's a good enough stage show, I could appreciate it. It's just luckily this year because the twins, Gwen's not in Nutcracker, but sitting through that every year. I know it's not a musical, but that's like it's tough.
Yeah,
it's
the kid
really
version.
It
tough.
used to be like one of my cousins, she would do, or like multiple cousins of mine have both been in the Nutcracker, like at different ages. So I feel like I've seen it like at least like 8 to 10 times
Oh
in my
my
life. Because it's
God.
like, first there was one who was like the older one, and then she did all of it and then stopped doing it. And then the younger one, then she like from a different side of the family started doing it as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, I've seen that like, I don't know how many times. I
I
feel like
suppose I feel your pain. It was my
picture the whole
sister that
thing.
did it.
Yeah, and you gotta go because they're putting on a show and they're family.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
all
most
that.
of the time, it's still pretty good most of the time. It's just like, I've seen it a bunch of times.
Yeah, I like the house stuff better, and I guess for me it's just it's literally the same show every year. They don't even choose like, oh, let's change it up a little bit or change this actor.
Yeah.
It's just the exact same every year, and it's just I'm Homelander, that meme every year, just watching this go down. And
A musical I saw last year when I went to New York that I really love, and it's coming near me like in a week, so I think I'm probably gonna see it again because I loved it so much. Is the Some Like It Hot musical, like based on
Oh.
the Marilyn Monroe movie. It's so good. It's probably I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite musical ever, just having seen it like off one time, but I really, really loved it. Like, it's really great.
Yeah, no, I'm boring. It's just La La Land for me. It's that to me is like the most white bread. Like I like La La Land because I'm musical purists are always like, well, halfway through the movie it's not a musical anymore, so of course you'd like that. But I like the story. I like what happens. So
Good songs too.
Yeah. Yeah. What about who else has anyone got favorite musicals? Anyone got one of those, or is there nothing out there?
Never been a musical guy whatsoever. I did go to see when I was really into Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe did a musical on Broadway called How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. That was I did actually really enjoy that. And then I did go see the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I don't think that's really a musical, but they did have a lot of like music and songs break out into that. So I would maybe consider that.
I think it's just a play.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just the play, but yeah, no, not many musicals for me. And Joker now. I guess.
No, I love that
musical.
If you can say that.
I love Joker, like because it's a comic movie, has made people like by default have, if they don't like musicals, they had to see a musical film this year because like, well, it's Joker too. So
yeah, I was definitely one of those guys.
Yeah. What about you, Maddie? You asked the question.
Yeah.
For musicals, I wouldn't.
You're really inquisitive over there. I thought you were thinking hard about it, but no. What's happening with your Colts
I'm
over
watching
there?
some football, man.
I saw you throw up your hands up. What's going on?
I'm multitasking. No, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a musical guy. I mean, I saw some growing up, like obviously Grease, Rocky Horror Picture Show, which was shown to me at a bizarrely young age. But yeah. Not a musical guy, not really, but so it depends, you know. Like I feel like even Barbie had a lot of musical components, and I enjoyed that movie. So for certain movies, you know.
You gotta start sneaking it in now because even in the marketing they can't announce it's a musical because they're afraid it's not gonna do well. But you know what? Wonka put an end to that theory, in my opinion.
Did Wonka show?
But Wonka didn't really show it in the marketing
they showed him
either.
like floating around, but they never showed him in song and dance. You know.
Yeah, but it still did well, even though people already knew it was a musical. It had legs, so I'll take that.
Yeah. Well, and they're making Wonka 2 now, I guess. So there you go. You're gonna get Wonka 2. That's what they said. It's the director because I think he's promoting Paddington, Peru, and I think it's not like greenlit like they're writing the script, but I think it's an idea of hey, we want you to make a Wonka 2, so maybe nothing could happen, but you know maybe we'll get that. Dylan, you and Taylor are gonna because you and Taylor both after the fact said you really liked it.
I'm waiting for Taylor. I've been waiting in that podcast room for a year.
It's still in our StreamYard room. It's sitting there. Yeah. No, he said he really liked it, so I feel like the second one you guys got to get to. Where I feel like me and Kirkland are pretty much on the same wavelength. Wonka, like, it's not my tempo, not my bag.
I mean,
I was at my parents' house. They threw it on. My dad turned it off in like the first 2 minutes. He's like, "This is a musical? Yeah, no, not doing this."
On the substance. No, I mean, the release date obviously does not help because that's like no one wants to podcast then. You know, we just chill. So, I wonder if they would do that for the sequel again. I mean, it worked well for them, I guess, money-wise. So they might just drop it around Christmas again.
I bet they would. So. Here, we'll ask this man some musical. Oh, right. We just got no profile picture and just just
driving
car sounds.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
We can hear rob the bank or something.
We can hear you. I'm gonna turn you down a little. It's a live arrest.
I'll keep my voice. I'll keep my voice at a minimum.
It's an honor that he's here on a Detroit Lions. 1 p.m. Sunday. He's joining us. It's special, man, that he's here.
Well, I'm so far up north right now that I can't get the game on the radio even. So I don't even have the option.
He's definitely like Dexter on the run mode right now.
Yukon up north.
Yeah, he's becoming a lumberjack right now. We're gonna see it. We're gonna be like, he was live on air, killer. Clay, while you're here, do you have a favorite musical?
I think the only musicals I really like are Sound of Music and West Side Story. But I would watch Wonka 2 if it has a funny subtitle. I'm all in on funny subtitles. Like Wonka 2 Day of the Soldado, maybe?
Day of the Soldado.
I love that. Like, did you like Wonka 1? Like, enough to go see it?
I never saw it. It didn't have a subtitle.
Right, needs a subtitle.
So you would just see it based on a funny subtitle. Okay, I'll remember that for our movies when we get sequels territory, a stupid, funny subtitle. So,
Please and thank you.
Yeah,
Gotta be a pun there.
yeah. What about you, April? I haven't asked you, and then also, April, you seen Glicked, or are you just picking one or the other?
Yeah. So my favorite musical is Moulin Rouge.
Oh yeah, good pick.
It's a good one. And yeah, I'm gonna see them both, but not on the same day. I'm gonna see one Thursday and one Friday.
Okay. Have you made the choice of which gets the first draft?
I have not, because I haven't looked to see what time. It'll depend on what's playing earlier on Thursday, because I have to work Friday morning. So.
That's when it comes down to the actual adult decisions. Back in the day, kid, I'll pick whatever I want. Now it's like, oh, what's the show time? What works the best work-wise and everything. So, okay. What about, is anybody else seeing, I know the boys up there, obviously you guys are seeing Gladiator for the review. What about Charlie, Maddie, S-Bubs? You guys seeing Gladiator or Wicked or both?
I'll probably
I'm
be
just gonna
seeing
see
Gladiator, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see.
In
I'm just gonna see
stereo.
Gladiator. I think.
In
Yeah,
stereo.
I actually haven't even seen the first one yet. So I'm planning on
Oh.
doing kind of a back-to-back on that. Actually, this week I went to like a Hans Zimmer. They had like a candlelight orchestra.
Oh, nice.
Kind of thing. So and they played a lot of Gladiator. From that too. So that,
Was it Gladiator or Pirates of the
I
Caribbean?
love the score.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
They did both. They did both. They did
They
both.
just played one song and then
Do they sound
That
alike
was
though?
it.
Yeah, to Gladiator.
I didn't know this until you guys talked about it in the review. Yeah, Charlie, when
yeah.
you watch Lookout, that I guess the theme in Gladiator and the Pirates theme are pretty
Yeah,
identical.
Gladiator theme is
Really?
like two
Wow.
less notes than the
Yeah.
normal theme of Pirates.
Like a little more sped up too.
I
I
love
actually
the
didn't even
Pirates
notice that
one, so-
they played like one at the very start and then the Pirates of the Caribbean at the very
That's
end.
why.
So maybe that was purposeful.
That was smart of
okay.
them to do
For
that.
sure.
Have, like,
Yeah.
I swear it's like the same orchestra, the same people playing the trombones and shit. Like it sounds so similar. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I can't remember. To me, that obviously that always happens a little time with composers. Like I think me and Maddie talked about this. Like the No Time to Die score sounds not very similar, but there's a lot of like Dark Knight Rises in it. Like there's very like drums, just
The
certain beats.
drums, man. Yes,
Yeah,
it's the
there's certain
drums.
beats where you're just like, this is from this is fully from Batman. And even when rewatching the Harry Potter, there's tons of moments in those where I'm like, this is just Star Wars. Like it's not the theme stuff, but it's like some of the action and fast moving. Like in Quidditch stuff, it's like, oh, this is the fast moving action of Star Wars. So especially those guys, right? They've been working for 40 years, so it's like, I imagine, how do you come up with like another tune? Like even then, like with Hans Zimmer, like he did the Dark Knight and then he did BVS. Like he had to come up with two separate Batman like themes. Like that must be a very tough job at times, you know.
Yeah.
100%.
so-
Yeah. No, they played all those, which was cool.
Nice.
Like Batman, Dark Knight, Man of Steel, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was always a banger. I love that one.
I've been dying to go, man, because they do it here. I'm in Montreal and they do it here sometimes.
cool.
Also, yeah, I haven't had the opportunity to go, but I'd really love to. It looks awesome.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Beautiful.
It really is. I'm gonna try to go to like my dream is to go to like a live like Lord of the Rings, like where you get to actually watch
Yes,
the
I
movie
love that.
with the
Yeah.
live orchestra there. Like,
Sick, yeah.
that's a dream for sure.
Yeah. Last year, us at GV looked into going to Hans Zimmer like in the arena shows, but they were some pricey.
Hans Zimmer
ticket-
prices.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they weren't cheap.
Yeah,
He's down to
no,
Vancouver. He came to BC.
yeah, I think that happened a while back ago.
Really?
Maddie. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's
I
even-
think I
that's
saw
even
near me, like, I think it was earlier this year, they were doing like a Spider-Verse one, like live orchestra for
That'd be cool.
Spider-Verse.
That would be
And I feel
very
like that'd be
cool.
like probably well priced too, or Hans. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a arm and a leg price, because I think it was the same thing. Like the best price seats were like the very high. It's like
How much was it? Do you mind if you don't mind me asking?
I don't even remember because
Okay.
it was the show was
It
I
was
think
a number
last
too
year.
big that you can't even conceive of.
Yeah.
No,
It's like a
mine were
Mojo
like
level
I
number.
was up
Taylor
higher
Swift
and it was
numbers.
like $215 USD. So
yeah,
it's
and that's like $10,000 Canadian.
Yeah.
So if you know how
yeah,
much,
roughly.
That-
Yeah,
that-
so,
that's
that
a
was
year's
pretty
worth of
crazy.
pay
my
right there.
mortgage.
Seeing Hans Zimmer in the bowl there,
Just for him
but,
to reuse his damn songs.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, I
the
know, what the
same.
hell?
They're the
What
same
the hell?
ones.
At least he did it strategically. At least. He
Yeah,
did.
exactly. What about you, Matt? You didn't say if you're seeing one or the other.
I'm gonna go see Gladiator. Wicked, like It's
Don't
hard,
disappoint
man. The
Matt White, he's right
runtime
there.
too. The runtime's a bit long, so I
That's
can't.
a big
I
one.
don't know if I have that in me to
Yeah.
do it, but I do want to see Gladiator in theaters for sure. Yeah.
I'm very thankful for my mother because the girls really want to see Wicked. Same thing. I look like that 240. I'm like, that's I even told them like, I don't think we're gonna see it in the theater. That's too long. But then luckily, my mom, which good luck, is gonna take them.
Awesome.
It's like, all right.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll happily. That's a at home watch, but 240 for a musical. That's and part 1 too. That means to get the full experience, there's gonna be the next movie next year, where you get like the other two. It's gonna be like a
Extended
5-hour
edition as well.
Yeah.
Gotta get that version.
Hey, they might. It's definitely feeling like Barbie, where they're every time I get an email, it's like they got colored popcorn where you can get pink or green popcorn. There was another thing too where it like didn't look sanitary, but it's like you can get this Wicked combo thing. So
popcorn buckets and stuff is like the new trend for
Yes.
movie theaters to make
Yeah.
money. I think I read it's just because like that money goes pretty much directly to them. Like it's not like ticket sales where they have to like split it.
Makes sense.
So
Nice.
that's why everyone's doing popcorn buckets.
Isn't it like 90% of the first weekend goes to the studios instead of the theaters? For
no, not
ticket sales?
90. I don't think. I
No?
think it's
Okay.
usually like a 60-40, and then
And
there's
then
been
it
times.
goes down, yeah.
Yeah, and
as
there's
they
been
go
times
more.
like I think Last Jedi was one that the theaters really complained that Disney was like.
Yeah, it was Disney that was really hiking it up.
Yeah, they're hiking up, and I remember Tarantino fucking hated them because they took all the screens. They're like, you're gonna pay Last Jedi on every single screen you have, and da, 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 da. So I think it depends movie and company because you can't like turn down Last Jedi, right? Be like, nope, we're not gonna play it. Like, oh, okay, and we'll take like a 15% less. So, did Wicked get a popcorn bucket though? I haven't seen.
I'm
it.
sure it
No.
did.
Yeah, I did.
I'm sure there's a green popcorn bucket for Wicked.
I
Or
think
like
it
a
was a-
hat. I
yeah, it
imagine
was a
it's like
hat, I
the
think.
the
A
Wicked
hat.
hat.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Oh,
And go-
okay, not bad. I like this. Hang on, I'll pull it up. We'll screen share it.
And
here.
Gladiator 2 has the helmet too.
Yeah,
They
have
had
you
the-
seen the one
Gladiator
for
would have
Nosferatu?
similar run. Oh, I'm excited for that. I'm excited. I haven't seen there's a
Do you see
popcorn bucket for
the
that?
Nosferatu popcorn bucket?
No.
It's
The
cool.
No,
coffin.
not.
It looks really
not.
cool.
Yeah, look at
Oh,
that. I
those
like
are kind of
Coffin.
cool.
That's
Those
cool.
Those are kind
I
of
like
cool.
that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Expensive.
Seems Is-
Look
Such
up
a
the
annoying
the
thing to store
Nosferatu
somewhere in your
one.
cupboard.
Yeah.
All right, let me look. I'll find the Nosferatu.
I saw it
didn't-
going around because it was well designed. It looked like a cool collectible type thing.
Didn't the Gladiator one have like one where it's like it moves or something? Like there's a Coliseum and like you
I heard
scan
that,
it or
yeah, what
something.
the hell is
Yeah.
that?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like AR.
has a QR code on like the bottom of it, and it
Okay.
plays like a battle in the Coliseum.
Oh, man. Pedro Pascal has to call in every single time and talk to you. And there's the Nosferatu one there. So.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's good. It looks dirty though. Like
It does.
This pre-used.
yeah, by Count Olok himself.
How big
or
is
whatever,
that too?
but-
Like, are you is that sitting on your buddy next to you, like in the theater? Like, is that
Yeah.
just on your lap?
You have to
Just,
put the armrest to hold.
Also, I
it.
feel like with a lot of these buckets, they don't actually have much popcorn space in them.
No.
Like when I look
No.
at
Yes.
them.
Well, the
Yeah,
popcorn is
that's very
secondary.
true.
Go on.
Yeah, that's why it's fine when we went to Beetlejuice. They had a cool one where it was like the worm around it, like the whatever they're called, like the sand area. But it was like a
They're
Just
called,
a cer-
sandworms. believe
so
it or not.
perfect. Yeah, it's just like a regular sized bucket. So it's like okay, I can fit popcorn in here. So April, I didn't know you had a dog. I feel like every time we see a cat
Yeah.
walking around, now you got a dog.
I don't. No, I
Oh,
don't
okay.
have a dog. I'm dog sitting for my sister this weekend, so I'm at her house.
Right.
Okay, I'm like how many animals you got
Background,
over there? That's a cute
No.
looking
Very
dog.
cute dog.
He's right in
Yeah.
your face.
Yeah,
He
this
just
is
wants
tough.
to shit back.
He wants to see those buckets. He's like, what,
Yeah.
what buckets do they got for
Nosferatu?
101 Dalmatians? Yeah,
He
no,
likes
big-
attention.
Is that a new dog bowl? What's going
big dogs, big Nosferatu fans. We don't know why it's tracking really well with that audience, but what about Dylan and Kirkland? You guys gonna see Wicked at some point? I didn't even ask you guys.
on? Don't tell
No.
Mike, but no, I'm not.
No, that was one Shay's seeing with some friends in Toronto.
Right.
So yeah, I
Dodged the bullet there, maybe.
don't have to go see that one. And like, even when it's at home, I don't really feel any need to watch it. I don't know. I'm not a Wizard of Oz fan, like at all.
Right.
Me neither.
Ugh.
Wow, really?
Wow.
The Wizard of Oz thing is secondary. It's really the musical that's getting me in the door.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair. So,
I feel like I don't seek out musicals. I don't like shy away from them, but I don't know.
Fair enough.
you were seeking out Joker 2 originally?
I mean, that's Joker 2 though. Like,
Yeah,
gotta
that's a
see
big
that.
trick. Yeah,
But,
yeah. Yeah, no. What it? So, Manny, I was going to ask in the Discord. You're saying that you tried Megalopolis and it was a no-go for you, hey?
Oh yeah, I want to hear about this one.
Yeah, man, it's one of those like the trailers didn't really sell me, but I just wanted to watch more out of curiosity to see what the hell this is, and I would have powered through, like I said, but just the fact that you guys weren't very high on it either, I said, you know what, like usually if it doesn't grab me within like 30 minutes, I don't mind pulling the plug, you know, like I need something to hook me. I don't want to waste like 2 hours or my night, so I canceled it, and I'll listen to you guys review it instead. That intrigues me more at this point.
Here, Clay. We'll get Clay, the on the run convict, if you're listening. Anytime coming with your Megalopolis thoughts, but oh, there he is.
Let's go.
They're gonna try to convict me for the terrible things I have to say about this movie.
You were excited for it too, I thought. So
I was excited. I was looking forward to it. I knew it was gonna be weird. We all did, but yeah. I mean, there's zero momentum in the whole thing, and it's really a slog. I can see why you tapped out after 30 minutes. I think parts of it are ambitious in an interesting way, and I think how like the visuals being compared to Phantom Menace. I don't think I'm the first person to make that comparison. I find it pretty I find it fascinating, like a fascinating mess, but it is just really boring and super weird. And yeah, no, I can't recommend it to people.
How's the cast? Like, 'cause it's a pretty big cast in it.
I think Travis and I disagreed on this a little bit. I think he didn't like Driver. I thought Driver was pretty good until the last part. Am I right about that, Travis?
Yeah, I think Adam Driver's fine to meh for the whole movie, and then I'll just say there's an accident with the character, and there's some choices he has to make, like just like acting choices, and I think he feels like I think my worst review I can give people is like they feel like they're in an SNL skit. It feels worse than that. Like it's really bad. I don't think Adam Driver's been bad in anything ever. I've never seen the man do a bad performance. I'm saying this is all. Oh, we got a visual of him.
I'm not driving. I stopped. I'm at the gas station.
I think I plan this purely on directing because all of them. I feel like they should have got all actors like Aubrey Plaza who are very comedic and weird, and then go. Where Adam Driver, I don't know if he has that. I can't remember what's her name. Natalia, something. That girl, the lead. John
Voight. She got the worst of it. She got the worst of it. I felt bad for her.
For me, yeah, it was Vigi, but also the dialogue feels very much like Star Wars prequels. Just the
That's what I want to know. Is it the writing, or is it more the performances, or a hybrid of both to you? Or is it more one than the other?
I lean to the writing. I feel like it's more like that. It's like Ewan McGregor in Star Wars. It's like he's a great actor, but there's only so much he can do with what George has given him, right?
Yeah, it's like George Lucas was writing the dialogue, but then mixed with trying to ape a bunch of Shakespeare stuff, and it just does not work for me. It's just a bizarre choice. But yeah.
Is the movie like very serious in its tone? Because I feel like some of these things actually sound fun in the right context, but it just sounds like they just totally mismatched like the tone and the writing or something.
Some of the characters are fun. Like Aubrey Plaza, I thought was fun. Shia LaBeouf is a wild character. I mean, he seems like an awful person, so it's hard to say I enjoyed him. But there were moments with him and Aubrey Plaza where I'm like, I wish they were just in their own movie together, because they were pretty funny. One scene in particular, which was just crazy, and then yeah,
it's the very odd sex scene they have. Like it's not a big spot. It's a weird. It was
crazy.
It's a weird scene. It's like a power dynamic scene, but no, Dylan. I think it's like it's all over. It's not like it's supposed to be serious, but then there's times where it's like, I won't say very comedic, but they're going for more lighthearted kind of, oh, this is a fun scene, and it's all over the place.
Yeah, every character feels like they're in a different movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Strange.
What about you, April? Because I saw you gave it a 3 on Letterboxd, and I feel like the bare minimum I see lowest for you is like a 4. So when I saw a 3, I was like, oh, this isn't good. We're in trouble now.
It was long. It was way too long.
Yeah, it's a long.
Yeah. I enjoyed Aubrey Plaza, but that was about it. So
yeah, she's great. She's having a great year.
3 stars for Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, that's fair. I can't say wrong about that, but yeah. Mike, S-Bubs, Charlie, have any intentions to see Megalopolis at some point?
Not after this.
0.
It's still on my list. Like, I'm gonna watch it. I have like a couple movies from this year that I just haven't gotten around to that I'm like 100% gonna watch. Like, I have let me look it up here. I have just a bunch of them that I've missed that I've heard either good things or weird things about that I still want to watch.
You still need to see Maxine 3 or what? No, not just Maxine.
Like the ones
it's a third film.
Yeah, the ones I want to see are Challengers, The Substance, Love Lies Bleeding, Maxine, I Saw the TV Glow, Megalopolis, Monkey Man, and Boy Kills World. I'm gonna 100% watch it for the end of the year. Yeah.
And no Terrifier 3 because I thought you liked Terrifier 2 a lot.
Yeah.
I saw Terrifier 3 already.
Did you? Okay, I missed that.
Yeah, remember I wrote the whole thing about the
right. No, we did talk
Thornton,
about that. Right, and we talked about some of the directing there. Right, that caused that conversation. Okay, so that's made on the list. Okay, so and Wicked.
That's a good list of. That's a good list there, I suppose.
Get Wicked on there, I suppose. You don't want to forget that.
Yeah.
He's not answering. He knows.
Length of
Mike's
2
right
films.
beside him.
I don't think I'm like. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna watch Wicked. I'm just not interested in that.
It's just so funny. It's one of those movies, like not like Avatar, because I think a lot of us saw Avatar, but it's just like some of these movies where they're just gonna be this big phenomenon, and I don't know many people that see them. You know.
Except this time, I can gloat because at the beginning of the year, there were a lot of people who were saying, "Oh, Wicked, who cares about that? That's not going to do well." Yeah. And now I get to gloat a bit, so it's fun.
Oh no, you're absolutely right about because I didn't know if people were going to go out and see this. I thought it was maybe too late for it. It looks like it's tracking really well, so I'm excited. I need it to beat Dylan because Lion King's not tracking good for me. It's like they say, it's like a 50-60% dip from the first one. It's like, oh, awesome. So cool. Yeah. Well, I can't remember. We're talking about something brought this up, but I meant to say this at the beginning. Last night I watched Hot Frosty. It's a movie on Netflix. It's the girl that plays Gretchen from Mean Girls. It's like a Hallmark Christmas
Wieners.
movie. Oh. Yeah, Gretchen Wieners. Yeah. So she, her husband's passed away, so she's having a tough time. One of her. I don't know why. She brings a sandwich to some person. I don't know. I don't know the context of it, but they're like, you got to get it back out there. And I met my husband by I was sad, so I put in this scarf, and it gave me good luck. So I'm gonna give you this scarf for good luck. She gets this is the first 5 minutes. I'm not spoiling anything, and it's on the trailer. She gets this scarf, and she goes out there. She just puts it on a snowman, which is like kind of rude. They just gave you this scarf, and you're just like donating it. But anyway, so she puts it on a snowman who's like chiseled, like they've made him. She's even like, oh look, you're doing push-ups, and then the snowman she says that it's in an ADR line though, because it's from the back, like looks like you're doing push-ups.
No, it's just I think I know where this is going, and it's making me laugh already.
Yeah, and then the next day he comes alive, and he's like he's like Hugh Jackman level Jack, like he like shout at him. His abdomen is huge, but he's so he's Hot Frosty. He like he steals a jacket that says Jack on it, so that's how he becomes Jack Frost. But so wow. What happens in this movie is the minor spoilers, but she takes him to a doctor because he's always cold. He's like hypothermic levels cold because he's a snowman, right? And she brings him there, and she tells the doctor about the story, like, oh, I put the scarf on the snowman, and he looks just like him, and the snowman's gone. And the doctor's like, maybe he's a snowman. And like each time, every character in the every
diagnosis you see every winter.
Every character in the movie, they just have to hear he's a snowman like twice, and they just believe. At one point, there are dozens of characters that just, oh, he's a snowman. Like, oh yeah, cool. Like they don't even, and I respect them for it. They didn't even do the melodrama of like, no, Kathy, that can't be. You're going crazy. Like they just accept. Oh, I guess he's a snowman.
Seen Jack Frost growing up, so like, oh yeah, that's a believable.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly right. And like Craig T. Robson's in it. He plays like the sheriff who's out to get Jack because he stole this jacket. So he's like, oh, no crime in my city because there hasn't been a murder there in 100 years. But if people, I'm just shouting this out because I won't talk about any other point. If you like bad Christmas movies, this is a top tier one because all the actors, they know what they're doing. They're in on it. Like that's my favorite type. I hate the Christmas ones when they try and take it too serious. It's like, you guys are making a made-for-TV Christmas movie. Like, have some fun with it. They knew what they were doing. They're making a fucking Jack Frost Comes to Light movie, and then like,
what was
I don't
the
think
name, Travis? Sorry.
Hot Frosty. and then I like, and it's in the Netflix universe, which is cool. And I'll spoil this because I don't think anyone will watch it. But there's at one point where Jack, because he watches TV and then he learns it all. He's watching TV and Lindsay Lohan's on the TV, and because Gretchen's in it, she's like, "Oh, I went to high school with a girl that looks like her." So it was a fun little Mean Girls shout out.
This is a mega cinematic universe now. Of these,
absolutely.
These movies.
And they drop like, you guys have seen the switch up princess movies on Netflix, right? Where it's like Vanessa Hudgens and there's like 5 of her. Yeah, they're that's in this universe. They do like they mention the
they're
princess.
getting ready for their end game.
That's what I said, Emma. Like, I can't wait till they all cross over all these bad Netflix movies.
The Christmas Prince movies.
Yes, yeah.
The trailer, right? That scene is in the trailer, so they're trying to grab the the Mean Girls crowd for this. But it's funny, the guy who plays the snowman is Ted from Schitt's Creek. For anyone who's seen that, so that's
really?
Funny play. Yeah.
Oh,
handsome man. There you go, Hot Frosty.
How much is he in that?
I don't think he's in the first couple seasons, but then he's in it a lot in the back half of the show.
Oh, okay, I'll tell Emma because she watched Schitt's Creek. Maybe just once she watched Schitt's Creek, but she had no. She wasn't like, that's Jack. He's from whatever.
I mean,
it was
he
just
looks
like
a lot different with the long hair. I was like, he looks familiar. I couldn't place it without looking at his IMDb, but yeah.
Yeah, and he does what he can. He does the best. It's like what people argue with Poor Things. It's weird to watch because he has like the mind of a child, but they're like falling in love. So it just makes me question some things about her motivations. But I digress. It all ends up happy, and it's a good time. So
that sounds like a great time.
Yeah. And anybody dived into the Christmas movie watching yet, or is that still Mike? That person that's going to that Christmas party, I bet they're watching Christmas movies now. November.
I don't think so, but I'm probably going to start tonight because I'm heading over to my sister's house. We're going to put up her Christmas tree, and
Nice.
I think I want to start with the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. It's always good.
That's a good
Very
one.
nice.
That's
a good one.
That's probably the only one I'd watch, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not a big Christmas movie guy, but yeah, and it also seems a little early right now.
Yeah,
but it seems like all the towns around me, they're all already doing their Santa Claus parades and stuff. That it just seems a little early. So yeah, I'm not.
Is Santa
sure.
like
all the
on
lights
vacation
up.
early this year?
Yeah, all lights up, like all in my neighborhood. They're all up already. Like it's I don't know.
Do you have lights up,
People
or are
want
you
some
the one
joy
guy
after
that's
some
like,
bad
fuck
news.
Christmas?
I'm the one who has to put them up. So yeah, I'm not putting them up yet. We'll see. I'll wait a few weeks.
Do you feel like when you walk outside, your neighbors are just like staring you down, like that you can feel the
that guy,
pressure?
the Grinch.
Yeah, they do a little bit, but I'm just I don't really care. I feel like you gotta have some snow. Like we haven't had
That's fair.
a flake of snow yet. So once that hits, maybe it is nice to do it when it's kind of warm out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll wait a few weeks.
Yeah, we got our first snowfall last night.
Yeah.
So
Oh really?
Oh.
Yeah, I did like not all lights, but I just have that thing where you put in the ground and it like lights up the house. Like it's just like a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
Lazy man's
That's my
lights.
type of
No,
lights. That's what I need to get.
First of all, they're not lazy because they look cool, Kirkland. And second, there's other lights that are going up. That's just the first of them. But
It's just like a running joke. Because like when I first saw those, I'm like, what a fucking lazy thing. Like, for people that don't want to put up lights, and then I start to see like more of them. Like, oh, that's actually really cool. And, like,
yeah,
takes way less time than putting up lights on your house. But
yeah. Plus, it's just for us. Our roof is high, and I'm not doing that. That's not high. I got 5 kids. That
now
can't be
that it's
hard to go
snowing,
out.
it's nice and icy up there. You got 2 kids on the way. Yeah. It's a
How
good
did he die?
idea.
Oh, he wanted to put the fake Santa on the roof.
I mean, I feel like that's the plot of a lot of Christmas movies. So
Exactly. Like unless I get to become Santa, then I'll do it. Like I like
reborn as a snowman.
Yeah, or like Tim Allen. Remember when in the first Santa Claus when he kills Santa accidentally? Oh, I don't think you've seen that, Dylan. I think we've talked about this. Those original Tim Allen ones.
Yeah. I've seen the first one at least.
Okay, there's one other Christmas movie. I feel like every year we talk about this, and it's like there's a blind spot. You haven't seen it, but I can't remember what
I
it
got
is.
a lot
though.
of those.
And the TV show kind of retcons that first movie now, so you look at it in a different light.
Because it wasn't like it's a destiny thing. Like he's always supposed to be Santa or something like that. I hate
Exactly.
that shit.
Chosen one.
It's so it's just like when we were in October talking about Hocus Pocus 2 of like, oh, the witches aren't that bad. It's like, fuck off. Like they're witches that sacrifice kids. Like I don't need they're not that, they're misunderstood. It's like, but it was funny. I forgot to mention this on Halloween. Because Emily reminded me, Gwen, she had watched it. Now she's older, she's picking up on stuff. And I can't remember how she asked Emily, but she was they're talking about like in the show, a virgin has to light the candle and the witches come back. And she said something about somebody, even herself, being a virgin. I was like, well, what does that mean? She's like, oh, I've never lit a candle before. So that's what she thinks a virgin is someone
Symbolic.
someone that's never lit a candle before. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what that is. Yeah, so yeah. And then last night we watched Candy Cane Lane, that Eddie Murphy one, and I looked at my letterbox. I was surprised how highly I rated it last year. It was not as enjoyable.
What did you rate it?
Last year was only like a 3.5, but I'm more like a 2.5 now. Like I think sometimes maybe you're just in a good Christmas mood,
For sure.
and then you watch, you're like, this is
6
some real.
glasses of eggnog deep, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm enjoying this.
No, but I actually like that because like that's why I like the app as well. Like because it's a snapshot of that moment too. Like in that moment, it was that's what you had a nice experience with it. You know.
Yeah.
So,
That's probably just happy to see Eddie Murphy doing family movies again too, right? It had been so long. It's like, oh, Eddie's back, you know. So
You gonna be that kind to Red One when you watch that one?
oh, I don't.
From what I've heard about Red One, like
What have
the
you
most
heard?
positive stuff I've heard is like it's not bad. It's just like very generic. That's what
Yeah.
I've heard about it. It's just like it didn't need to cost $250 million. But the worst I've heard is really that's just generic. I haven't heard like, oh, it's a terrible movie or.
I feel like
or
that's every
anything
rock
like that.
movie, right? Aren't all
Pretty
of them?
much.
I
Yeah.
feel like this is like
literally.
the gray man of Christmas movies.
Nice.
no.
Good.
I'll pass on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not what I want.
Is that Jack Black? Is that Jack Black one coming out this year? Like the Satan one?
Oh
That
God,
one's
dear
I got
Satan!
it.
It is. I think it's like in a week or so. Dylan, you got to be watching that one, right? You're a big
I
Jack
will.
Black guy.
wild, man.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be that guy. I thought he said he was retiring, and now he's like busier than ever. He's in
When did he say he was
Minecraft.
retiring?
Jack
He
Black said
did.
that?
Yeah, I thought he said for a while like one of the last movies was going to be his last one. Now they announced Jumanji 4, so like he's.
I'm
don't
ready.
think I
I'm
ever
ready
heard
for
about it.
Jumanji 4.
Hey, look, if he's doing Minecraft, clearly he needs to pay off some bills. I think.
Yeah, but again, Jim Carrey said the same thing, and he's in Sonic 3,
Here's
right?
what a
He said
Google-
he'll only come back for Sonic 3 if it had an amazing script.
He said
for it.
any
So, you
movie.
know,
He said
obviously,
an
you know,
amazing
it's got to
yeah.
be great.
At least
got
he's
two parts in
consistent
that
with the
too, I
same
think.
character. He wants to finish
Yeah.
off the story, so I'll,
Yeah,
I'll give
that's
Jim
true.
Carrey that.
What'd you find there, Dylan?
Just apparently that is a rumor that he was retiring. And
Okay.
He just washed that down, but I don't think he ever said anything.
He got that big Mario money. He's like, I ain't going anywhere. They want to make a Minecraft movie. They want to make.
Borderlands
you-
movie. Oh yeah.
Yeah, fuck! I forgot he's in Borderlands.
All these big franchises.
His
That's
filmography
huge,
this
man.
past couple of years is definitely he's getting ready to like just have a good time in retirement for the next little bit, like in the next 10 years. Because
Well,
yeah,
what he has to do is he has to make a bunch of money doing all these Hollywood movies so that he can go lose money making a Tenacious D album for like a year, and then he can go back to making movies. That's
That's true.
Yeah.
yeah,
Vicious cycle.
yeah. For us viewers, it is. Yeah, but no, I'm not watching
To me,
that
it's the best
deer.
cycle you could possibly
Yeah, that's good for you. I'm not watching the Dear Satan movie. That's not not
Yeah.
on my
Where
wish list this
he
year.
plays Satan in this one, right? That's the
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Because the
Which is
kid
great, 'cause I
accidentally
feel like
writes a
Tenacious
letter
D, it's
to
always about
Satan.
him and KG battling
Which
Satan.
was the
in different
sci-fi horror movie last year.
incarnations.
It's called Letters to Satan Claus.
Oh, so
They
this
totally
movie's
ripped
kind of
it
already
off.
been done. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But
Oh,
this
it was
has
more
Jack
of a
Black.
horror movie, though. This is more of a family movie. I think.
Really?
So,
Okay. Is it
yeah.
like? Is it like a straight to DVD? Your one, April? Is it like
it
a
was
straight
like a
to DVD
sci-fi
one?
original. Yeah.
Okay. Still
so
intriguing.
it's not
though.
great. Yeah. It was fun though.
Gotcha.
Did Satan at least look good when he appeared, or did he look
Yeah, he
pretty?
looked all right. No, he looked all right.
He looked all right. Good and all right's different. April,
Yeah.
if I ask how
He
you're
looked all
doing, you
right.
say I'm good or I'm all right. No, I don't know,
fair.
but okay.
He looked
Okay.
all right. It was a sci-fi original movie.
Yeah,
So
gotta
he
do
looked like
what
he
you
was
got.
in the sci-fi original movie.
That's fair. Gotta do what you gotta do. So, Yeah, no, the red one I will definitely watch. I liked the world building stuff in it. That's what got me excited. I'm sure it'll be bad, but like me and S-Bubs can just celebrate because that just means we're gonna get The Rock quicker back.
Rock's
in wrestling.
coming back for WrestleMania. He needs the money again.
Anytime a movie bombs, he's right. The final boss is back, so I can't wait. But
they just keep bombing harder and harder.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I suppose you said that. I've seen it so much with the whole budget thing. People are like, well, they made Oppenheimer for 100 million, and why can't this be that? It's just like, fucking J.K. Rock and Chris Evans are all getting paid like 15 to 20 million. Like that's the whole thing. Is if those actors in Oppenheimer and Dune got like their regular rate that they do for a starring role, those movies would also have those mega budgets. But they're nice enough to be like, I just want to work with Nolan, so I'm gonna take a pay cut here, right? Like Batista got paid like 150K or something for Dune. Like he could get more just going to Raw and like waving to the crowd, and Triple H will cut him a check. Like that's what. So I hate when people do that. Of like, oh, the red one. It's like, and it's fine. You can say, hey, Rock, you should get paid less. He probably should now because like, I don't know what's his last hit. That's why he's doing Jumanji again, right? Because is that his last big movie? Maybe it was Jumanji.
Probably.
Like there was like
I feel like there's gotta be something in there. I'm gonna.
Well,
research
Black
this
Adam, I
now.
guess, right? Remember the biggest opening of his career? He'll say that, but like we
Jungle
know
Cruise. It's hard to tell because that was a COVID release.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know how
Let's
that would have
see
done.
here,
It was fine
The
enough,
Rock
you know. I liked it.
filmography.
I think he said he's trying to get a Jungle Cruise 2 made too. It's like I don't know, bro.
I think I swear they announced a Jungle Cruise 2 like when that first one came out, but that was like they were announcing anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of announcements.
Disney was announcing anything.
Since The Rock has just like the hugest ego of all time, when he comes back to wrestling, like does he only do it if he's gonna win the match? Like what's the situation there?
Well, he did win the last match he wrestled, and he pinned the world champ. So,
Wow.
no, I think it did kind of backfire on him because when he came back, he got booed, but it was not because he's the chills guy and everything. Like now he's a bad guy character.
He's
but when
the
he
chills guy?
well, yeah,
what
chills.
What
you
does
know,
that
like
mean? What
the
does that
mono-
mean?
Well, Charlie, have you seen the meme of the Rock?
I've seen them. I've seen the meme, but is that the only thing he does? He just
Well,
comes
no, he
in
does a
and-
lot of stuff.
He just comes out and just does.
Yeah.
He
And
does
walks
like
off.
he's like playing like an arrogant like business owner in a sense, like his new character.
He's like a villain right now.
Yeah, because when he
Yeah.
came back, he was coming back as the good hero, and he got booed. Like I think it's a combo of one, people wanted Cody more, but two, I think people are just like, we know what you're doing, man. Like we know why you're here. Like these movies aren't working out for you right now. We know and he did that when he came back in 2011. He was doing like the Tooth Fairy and the Game Plan, and no one liked those movies. He came back as The Rock, and I think it legitimately does like put a. Because like the chills, that was such a like even non-wrestling people were using that as meme. Like I think it does boost his career a little bit, and he gets to be talked about in a positive way.
Because that was the thing he was doing too when he came back this year. He was just going on Instagram and
Yes.
just cutting these like 10-minute, 15-minute long videos of him just insulting these guys like
and just
Cody
making
Rhodes
memes,
and,
like just saying
yeah.
stuff that would be like, oh, here's
like
another Rock meme.
all those clips of The Rock that you guys pull up on the cast are just from those videos on his Instagram.
Yeah, so
He's still slinging Zoa.
yeah. I showed this on the gimmick yesterday, but so I was
Chills.
So
they got a Christmas edition of Zoa.
wow.
Oh
That's
my god.
They sold them everywhere like a year ago. Now I can't find one anywhere. Like I can't find them in gas stations, Costco, like anywhere. They
It's
used to
all
sell like
Prime
big variety
now.
packs. Yeah, it's all Prime, Celsius, but they ship
Prime's-
them out for some reason.
Prime's
I've still yet
everywhere.
to try. I've still yet to try Prime, but
Yeah, I can't out of just policy.
I had a
can't.
taste test on the gimmick like a few episodes ago. I forget which episode it was on, but I had the Prime taste test.
How was
Yeah.
it?
It was just
And?
really sweet. I remember like
Okay.
it's just like it doesn't taste like anything else except just like the sweetest drink you've ever had.
You said it, but you
Wow.
reminded
But
me
it
of
was
like a
like it was so sweet that it was like too much for me. Like I drank like one bottle, I drank it over like the course of a week because I'd take like
Oh
two
my
sips and
God.
it's like that's enough for me.
do you keep it in the fridge or something, or just left
Yeah.
it out on the? Okay,
No,
that's
no, I
good.
put it in the
That's
fridge.
good.
that was the
Yeah,
problem. He left it
in the
yeah.
sun.
Yeah, that-
No, I remember you said it reminded you of like if a popsicle had melted and you were just drinking.
Yeah, no,
that.
it was like a liquid Jolly Rancher. That's what it tasted like.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, that one I won't. I just hate because like already like the kids in Gwen's school, they're all about fucking Prime and that sort of stuff. Like they're hitting that market now. They got those stupid what are they called, like Foodly or Lunchly or whatever.
Oh.
It's like
Sorry, I've never heard of Prime. It's not an energy drink anymore? This is just another thing, or what's?
There's like two of them. There's like the normal one, which is like a Gatorade type thing. I think it's like a hydration drink. Like technically,
it
called.
technically can't be called an energy drink for some reason.
Well,
right,
no, they do have two of them. There's one
Okay.
that's like the Gatorade type, and the ones that come in like a can are like the energy drink ones.
Okay.
So the kids.
Oh right.
I think but they have been sued for both for different reasons.
Which is weird.
The energy
because
drink
I think
one
they say no
for, like,
sugar
the-
too, right? They say no sugar
Yeah.
in Prime too, which is weird. How sweet.
Which I don't
they
know
are.
what's in it. I guess
seems a little
it's
suspect.
that sweet, but yeah, they got sued for the
Rock's
energy
Sweat or
drink
something
one
like that.
because of like the caffeine, I think, and the normal one they got sued because they made like a Olympics inspired flavor, but they put like the Olympics logo on it, despite not being like an
yeah.
official logo.
That's a
and they got
no-no,
sued
yeah.
for that. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Disney putting Wicked.com on their Wicked toys.
Yeah. That's bold. Like let's just throw the Olympics logo on our bottle. That's
That's
so dumb.
yeah,
But
that's crazy.
yeah, no, I haven't heard the Zoa's getting sued, so the Rock's doing it right over there.
Yeah.
Those are good too. I actually enjoy them. I actually like them. Like some of the flavors aren't too bad.
Yeah, I like also I try not to drink too many drinks, but when I got the case and we tried them, I liked most of them. I think in Canada though, unfortunately, one of the flavors I liked, they replaced it with just like another like passion fruit grape version. Like it was just like another, and even that Santa one, it's just nothing but passion fruit. So I feel like that's the flavor no one's buying because they keep like enhancing the passion fruit Zoas here in Canada. It's like we don't want like that's fine, but give us the other ones back. So
They have so many extras. They just change the labels on them. They're just changing
yeah,
the labels.
yeah, we gotta get rid of these, and we don't know. But yeah, Rock's rocking his Santa one, and yeah, that movie won the weekend this weekend, and then but it'll go away now with Gladiator and Wicked. It's 1 week to be a 30 million opener, and then it'll be on Amazon Prime before Christmas because it is a Prime movie, so it'll be I bet like December 20th or 15th, like right before Christmas, they'll drop it there.
Wow,
So
I did not realize that the movie already came out.
yeah, this weekend. Yeah.
Wait, the red one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Oh, okay.
I didn't even know it was going to theaters. I thought it was going straight to Prime.
Well, I think that
I
when it was
swear,
announced,
when
that was the
being made,
attention.
it was for Prime. Like, I
Yes.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, which people did point out. Like, I think the projections now it's gonna make like 150 million overall. So like that's not great, but at the same time, it's like, well, it's better than nothing, I guess, right? Like if you were just to release it on Prime, like the same amount of people will probably still watch it, and then you like got 150 back from your budget. So I don't know. It's
It's like another Napoleon situation where that one had a huge budget and came
Yeah.
out in theaters, made a bit, and then just quietly went to Apple.
Maybe that's why they did put in theaters instead of just Prime. They're like, we got to get just anything back from The Rock and Chris Evans' money hinge. So, yeah.
Apparently, The Rock's name in this movie is Callum Drift, which is what I picture like a Fast and Furious character.
Oh, definitely
would
Fast
be.
and Furious.
Mr. Drift, Callum Drift.
That's
hey?
awesome.
The only
Yeah.
thing that had me a bit intrigued was I found out that Kiernan Shipka is playing the villain in it. So that
Oh,
kind of has
really?
me intrigued a bit.
It's
Alright.
unfortunately a good cast, a lot of great people, and like even J.K. Simmons as Santa. I'm like, that's a
Yeah,
win
that's
right
great.
there, right? Like that could be fun, but yeah, no, I'll watch with kids at home. I heard the plots like The Rock's like, this is my last Christmas, and I'm gonna retire.
I think
but then,
I
of
think
course,
I
Santa
already
gets kidnapped.
got spoiled on like the whole plot just from like a podcast I was listening to, and they just like they'd seen it already, and they just talked about the whole movie.
Yeah.
So I think I know what happens at the end, but it was like okay, this makes sense. I
Didn't
guess
put up a
for,
spoiler warning for the red one,
I think they did, but I was just like had it in the background, so they just were talking about Red One. I was like, I like these guys, so I'll just listen to what they're saying here.
You weren't running through your house to hit the mute button, like, oh no, they're talking about red one. I gotta get there.
Mutant Red One spoilers on Twitter.
Yeah, you're gonna add that to your list of projects you gotta catch up on there. So, oh yeah, but yeah, we're talking about anybody watching Christmas movies yet, or still too early for some of you guys?
Still too early. Plus, I only watch Christmas movies that involve murder.
Fair enough.
That's
Does anyone
really
have a
the-
Christmas movie that you have to watch like every single year, like on Christmas or close to Christmas?
Ooh,
I always watch Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a classic.
Home Alone usually Elf gets thrown on.
Yeah,
Elf.
Elf.
Yeah.
It's a Wonderful Life, always on Christmas Eve.
The red one, of course.
Of course, yeah.
That's a new marketing strategy. Every year you gotta watch it. That's
It
how they
should be
make their money back.
Yeah. Oh.
Watch Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever. That's Liam's favorite Christmas movie. So.
Is there murder in that one?
No, there is.
Yeah,
not,
what are
but
these
it's,
movies?
But
with
it's
murder,
Liam's
right?
favorite. So.
You need to
Isn't
tell
that
me
like
about
Aubrey
these.
Plaza?
Black Christmas, Anna and the Apocalypse. I love Anna and the Apocalypse.
That's fair.
Speaking of musicals.
Did you like Wonderful Knife last year? Is that in the rotation
Yeah.
now? Yeah.
I like
okay,
that
there you
one.
go.
Yeah.
So there you go.
The mean one.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, you haven't? Well, there's a
That's still
commentary
not
track if you ever
anywhere.
get around
I've
to
been
it.
dying to rewatch it, but I can't find it anywhere. That
You've been
movie.
dying to rewatch
I've
the
not
movie?
wanna
I really-
rewatch it.
around Christmas season. I'm really down to rewatch it. As funny, like it was pretty funny, man. I can't find it anywhere. It's not like.
Yeah. What about you, Clay? We hear you over there.
My favorite one that I watch every year is A Christmas Story, which is just a classic. But
Love it.
I'm excited this year, and I feel like I put this recommendation out before, but now that we're approaching December, to rewatch Dead Bang, which is the one movie where Don Johnson kills racists instead of acting as one. And he plays a hungover cop on Christmas Eve who's trying to kill white supremacists. It's pretty great.
Okay.
That sounds
I
good.
love
I'll have to check it out.
That is Murder
funny.
April, so you're all
It
set
is,
there.
yeah.
That is it. That is an intriguing
Put that on
log
my
line,
list.
but yeah.
The
But
director,
yeah.
the director's
go ahead.
name is John Frankenheimer, which I mean that is just the most
Yeah.
badass. last
That's a
name.
stage name. That he's hiding from
Wow.
something. That's not
Wow.
real. But,
I might change my name to John Frankenheimer.
You should. You're on the run. Yeah. 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 No, I'm the same. Home Alone, and then I watch every version of Christmas Carol I can, because that is to me the greatest story ever told in all of literature or media. I love the Christmas Carol. Emily,
If you could only pick one version to watch, what would it be?
I said to Emily, I got to decide this year. It's very tough because like you have the cutesiness of the Muppets. That's great. I do also you have the original, but I feel like most people are gonna say that. I'm just like, yeah, but I don't know if like I love the original. I actually don't mind the Robert Zemeckis Jim Carrey animated one. Because that to me, I like how it has like some horror vibes in it, like especially with death in there. Like I feel like they make it because the animation a bit more scary. And I really liked Spirited a couple years ago. I know it's not a Christmas Carol, but it's like it is a Christmas Carol. So I really don't know. So I have to. I'm gonna narrow it down maybe this year of like what's my favorite. But I guess I just like them all for different reasons because there's never one that's similar. The only one I just don't watch every year is Scrooge because fuck Bill Murray, as I would always say. I'm not a Bill Murray guy. So, but yeah, I will watch as many of those as possible.
There was
Mickey
a
one.
BBC
That's
miniseries one that came out a few years ago that's written by the guy who did Peaky Blinders. If you ever want to watch that,
Is that the
one.
Tom Hardy one?
Yes, that's Tom
A
Hardy.
mini
I've always seen that the poster.
That
It's
one's
like
alright.
it looks like the dark and serious version
Yes.
of
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
Christmas
directed by
Carol.
Zack Snyder, Christmas Carol. Yeah, is Tom Hardy Scrooge?
I haven't seen it, so I don't
That's
know,
fair.
but I think so.
I think so.
No,
yeah.
it's not. It's Kirkland's favorite guy, Guy Pearce. He plays Scrooge. Okay, you got Andy Serkis as the Ghost of Christmas Past. Stephen Graham, who's he was just in the hit movie Venom: Last Dance. Remember, he's the Mulligan, and he's just whatever. He's Jacob Marley, and that's about it. But who's Tom Hardy in this? Did he
I
just?
thought he wasn't it.
It
Or is he a
said-
producer?
I
on
don't-
it?
There's
I don't know if
definitely
he's
one
in
with
it.
Tom Hardy. in
Oh,
it.
it's written by Tom Hardy. This one.
Oh, maybe
Oh.
that's
So
what it
Stephen
was.
Knight,
Yeah.
it's Stephen Knight and Tom Hardy and Ridley Scott are producers. Well,
Tom Hardy, writer of the Venom 2 and 3.
Yeah. Actually, maybe I am less hyped now that you say
writer
that. That's
is
about-
wicked.
No, I'm gonna check this out. I'm on the Guy Pearce bandwagon. I know we got some haters in here for Guy Pearce. I don't understand it, but yeah,
Not haters, not haters. He's just not my
If you're,
guy.
if you're really on the bandwagon, Travis, you got to see The Brutalist.
I will. I said
Whoa.
again. I think you went to town on me and Maddie for just saying we don't want to see the 4-hour depressing war movie in theaters. I will see it, but I don't want to sit there and just be like in dread the whole. That is not a theater watch for me.
Is
I
that a war
need-
movie? I thought it was about an architect or something.
Isn't it? Doesn't it have war?
The description I read sounded pretty boring.
I think it's not like war as in.
No, but yeah, but it takes place. I think like it takes place in the middle of war. And it's about war.
I think it's like he comes back from war and he moves to America, and then he becomes like an architect there or something like that.
We'll see, but I
think you're right.
Okay, I just feel like
I'm not expecting war set pieces.
Yes,
necessarily.
I just seen in a lot of reviews the word war come up, so that's where I don't think it's like Hacksaw Ridge, but I think it's just, and I'm just maybe I said I'm done with war movies. Maybe I am done with war adjacent movies as well. But if it gets nominated, I will watch. Yeah, if any movie mentions war, I'm out. So Star Wars,
no Lord of the Room.
yeah, no Lord of the Room. Star Wars, I don't need to be out. They're not going to put out another movies. I don't need to worry about it. So this is what you might have thought, Mike. In January 2019, it was reported Tom Hardy would be also starring in the series. However, his role was undisclosed. Hardy did not appear in the final version. So he was announced for it. He wrote it, and even that, he probably saw the script. He's like, oh, I can't be in this. And
that was back when he was doing a lot of TV. So he had that show, Taboo, that was supposed to be a 3-season thing, and he did 1 season, and he just pieced out.
Yeah. Very odd.
And that was also Stephen Knight, I think.
Oh, man, Andy Serkis has dreads in this. Okay.
Ooh.
I'm excited to check this out.
I kept looking up The Rock what you were asking what his last hit was, because Black Adam, it like
I like
the
that you took
box.
like 20 minutes to find an answer.
Dig through the chronicles.
So in 2006,
because Black Adam, the budget was like, it's like no one knows the exact one, so they have a range, but the highest is like, let me see, it's like 260 budget, and it ended up making like a little less than 400.
Yeah.
So his last one that like actually made money back would be League of Super Pets.
Man,
oh god,
making
that was
20 million for that.
Yeah. That one had 90
90
million budget, and then it made over 200 million.
And then he's gonna have Moana 2 coming out, so that's gonna lift it up.
Yeah, Moana 2 will be the hit, but it's like I don't count The Rock on that, right? Like, because here's the thing, The Rock would not want to admit it, but in a world, if they recast Maui and someone else voice him, I think it's still making that amount of money. Like, I think the kids, like even my kids, like they know because I watch wrestling now, like they know Rock is Maui, but they're not like I'm seeing it for Dwayne Johnson, you know? Like they're seeing, like they're more hyped that Moana has a little sister in this one more than like Maui's back, you know? So. Yeah, that's and even Super Pets.
See how much Jumanji 2 but look at Jumanji 2 budget of 132 million, box office 800 million.
That's a hit. That's a big boy hit right
that's
there.
The
and
one.
Super Pets even then was considered like underwhelming when that came out.
Yeah, because they're expecting it to be like an Illumination type hit where they make like $1 billion.
And he got paid like 20 million. He got paid. He had a big fat check for that.
He's playing
one.
3
Over
characters in that
budget.
movie.
That's
right. He does.
He's playing Crypto. He's playing Black Adam, and he's playing Black Adam's dog.
I love just the goal on that guy. That the end credit was Black Adam.
Black Adam
and Superman's
push
dog.
was crazy that year.
Yeah, he was trying really hard, and it didn't happen. Even though that's one of the situations I would have loved in Hollywood to have. I'd pay whatever amount of money to have the camera of James Gunn and The Rock meeting when James Gunn told him like, "You're not going to be Black Adam anymore." I would love to see what that was like, and just especially just because like James Gunn's like just like a regular smaller dude, and then fucking Dwayne is this massive amount of a man, and just him like, yeah, sorry, you're not gonna be Black Adam right now, maybe in the future.
And they announced like that DC, like James Gunn was taking over like the month after, like Black Adam was October, and they announced him like at the start of November. It was like right after.
Well, and I guess the rumor was back then that they knew that was going on, so which I feel bad for Cavill. The rumor was like
Cavill put out 2 videos in like 2 weeks. Like 1 week was I'm coming back, and then like 2 weeks later was the James Gunn announcement. So he's like put out his Instagram post like it's not happening then.
Yeah, and then the rumor was the reason they got Cavill like Rock and his team because they kind of wanted to force WB's hand because Rock and his producing partner, they were trying to be the heads of DC, and they were going to put Cavill in there to make a big hit, and then they'd say, well, like I don't know if you should go with Gunn because like look what we got over here. Obviously that didn't work, and they went with Gunn. But yeah, they both had those posts, and like from what I heard, like apparently the Henry and James Gunn meeting did not go well. Like never mind the Rock one. Apparently it was not. It was a very tense situation, which I get, right? Because you're told you're gonna be Superman, and how embarrassing. You announce that you're back, and then 2 weeks later they're telling you like, yeah, you're not back. But apparently it was not. Don't know what the more context is. Just know that it was not a good meeting, and like, man, that's again, that's. But I get it now. It was
a dark time for the company in general. Just that whole year, the Batgirl stuff, the Zaslav stuff, it was all just really, really going downhill.
Yeah, which I do. Oh, sorry. Yeah, where are you going?
And you kind of saw that happen, culminate in the last year where all their major movies just did not do well, and now they got to dig out of that hole.
Yeah, all these, and that's where it's just like now I kind of get why Cavill's not back for the new Superman movie, because at first I was like, I don't know, like couldn't you make it work? But now it's like new Justice League, new this, but I guess Peacemaker gets to be back. So if you're James Gunn's guy, you're all like, that's where it is hypocritical. You go, well, I can just but I get it, because even then, like in the Superman movie, like Superman's parents are alive, right? And you don't have Kirkland's favorite gif of Costner with
Kevin
the car.
Costner.
Yeah. Do you hope they recreate that?
Peacemaker was successful.
No,
I mean,
I don't.
their TV shows are like their most popular stuff now.
Yeah, no, it's true. And people like John Cena
Peacemaker.
and stuff. Yeah, people generally like that. Or people, because I won't be here when it comes out. It's only on in a few weeks. Is anyone checking out Creature Commandos when that drops?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I am.
Well, Kirk, you're on
How
the
many,
review.
how many episodes is that? Have they said?
I can pull it up. I have it on the calendar. I think
gotta
it
be
might
6 or
be.
8.
I think it's.
'Cause
I think it's
for
8.
animated, it could be more, but
Yeah. Wonder if they're gonna be like the more like closer to an hour, like Invincible, or like just 20-30 minutes.
It's
I don't
22 to
think
26. People say, because the screeners are out
Okay,
there, and they say it's
Yeah.
about 22 to 26. I think they said the finale is the longest at like 28 or something. I think it's only 7 episodes on the calendar. I only have 7 there. So, and I've been hearing like lots of good stuff.
Are
I've
they
been
doing, like,
hearing.
episode 1 and 2 drop same day. Maybe
Yeah,
situation?
yeah, they are. Thank goodness they are for because Kirkland almost had to do a solo review because Taylor's in Disneyland. So Kirkland, that would have been your first solo review. Is Creature Commandos, the finale, Kirkland.
I might check it out.
Or
I'm in like
fitting
a
solo review.
DC mood recently because I'm only just now catching up on the Penguin. I wasn't watching it week to week, but I'm really enjoying that so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm definitely gonna rewatch Batman once I finish the Penguin.
Yeah. It's worth a watch after, because I watched it before and after, and it does, like, even the scenes with Oz just feel so much different now knowing all this stuff. But yeah, I would check out Commandos. I know somebody has a screener, and there's going to be lots of juicy stuff. Apparently, like, it's more connected.
It's like building the DC.
Yeah, it's way more connected than you would have thought of. Like, okay, it's going to be a show, and they might be like, well, Superman is Metropolis. Like, apparently there's lots of getting it. People say it's more like a prologue to the DCU, and it's still good. So
I
I'm
think
interesting,
Clayface
yeah.
is in it. Yeah, I wonder who's gonna pop up in that. It should be exciting.
yeah.
It's a pretty
there's some
daring
good stuff.
approach to start off your big universe with an animated show like that.
I don't think it was the
Yeah.
plan though, because of strikes. Though I think if the strikes didn't happen, that probably would have been kicked after. But yeah, we got like Commandos.
What are
and
the dates for all these movies next year? Like
Superman's July, and then Peacemaker's in August, which is crazy. It's like literally the one like Guns coming out, hopefully hot, unless these things just suck. But
And then Lanterns comes out before Supergirl. I think they didn't date it yet, but I think they
yeah,
said
I think it's like
2025.
Q1 2000. No, I think it's 26.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Supergirl's 26 as well. That's in July, I think, and then the Batman, because James Gunn, remember he said his rules, they're not going to do more than 2 movies, only 2 movies a year. So the 26, I think Batman's in October. Sorry, Manny, to remind you, but
You guys think that the Wonder Woman game, I know is kind of announced before this, but is it going to tie in, or is it happening, or is
I
it
think
gonna
that's
tie
its
into the
own
DCU?
thing.
I think
Yeah.
it's still
I
happening,
hope-
but I don't
I
think it'll
hope
tie
so.
in.
We have not seen
Okay.
anything from that in like 4 years. So I mean, who knows at this point?
Couple more
Something that I was
weeks.
just thinking of like yesterday. I just came up looking for any info on it, and there's still really nothing. It's like that like a James Bond game made by the people who made Hitman.
Yes.
Like just randomly, I was playing some Hitman, and I thought of that, and yeah, there's like no news, and it was announced in 2020.
They said-
yeah,
they
just
I-
like no news.
I started
on
that
it
yesterday
so far.
too, Hitman. Just
Yeah.
I
Oh,
heard
yeah.
Kirkland on SideQuest.
Oh yeah.
Hell
Had a-
yeah.
was
I
playing the
love
Conor
it.
McGregor
Menace.
level. You got to take out Conor
Yes.
McGregor.
I
in
hadn't
that
played
one
it in
level.
like a year, so I went back and like I tried beating like my own custom contracts that I'd made like a
Nice.
year
Oh,
ago,
nice.
and they're like impossible. I'm like, how did I even do these?
Dude,
But
hit me up with those
I'm
custom
still having
contracts.
fun.
Can I play those? I want to try your custom contracts.
I can look it up. I have some wild ones with like I wrote down like the whole lore and everything on the contract. I'll send them. There's one like I made one where like the story was like had to kill like an actor for leaking spoilers about a movie, and it's like it's so there's some good ones in there.
Shred the documents, yeah.
I have a bunch on like the bank map. I really love that one. Yeah. So I have like I have one with like that's only with the bank robber costume. You just have to like kill everyone while robbing the bank. But yeah, awesome. Hitman is such a good game. It's like just like infinite amount of ways to do anything in the game.
It's so good.
Yeah. No, I think last month the iOS guys did an interview about the Bond thing, and they spoke it in very like secretive ways. But I don't know if it's gonna be Game Awards, but I think it sounds like we're gonna get some big updates next 6 months. I think of like maybe an actual teaser. I wonder.
I'm just really interested in how if it's gonna be like just the Hitman engine with just like a James Bond skin, or if it's gonna be way more like linear story based. I want it to be just like Hitman 4 where you're playing as James Bond, but I don't think that's gonna be exactly the case.
It'd be great if they had like some select missions, like maybe it's a linear story, but there's like let's say 3 like you could play outside the story. That's like here's a Bond like 007, mission number 2. This is what he had to do, but you could do whatever you wanted. I hope
or like some dialogue options so you can talk your way out of things without even having to kill anybody.
Yeah, I hope there's something like a combination of the two would be really cool.
Yeah.
So
they had some big content things in Hitman like last year. So
they still drop like some updates and stuff. I was surprised. Like I saw they had the roadmap, and they still do like their yearly like they'll do a Christmas and an Easter like new missions and stuff like that. Like it gets pretty consistently updated for a game that came out like, especially since all of them are like bundled together now. Like they still get some content in there, so.
And you're actually able to send like the contracts you made. You could actually send them to friends and stuff to play.
I think it's just like it gives you like a code, and you can upload it for like anyone to play. Some of them had like a couple people beat my map, so I think at some point I must have posted like I think I remember posting it like on Reddit or something for people to try and beat. And
put those in the Discord.
I go on there and look at like someone beat like the one that I thought was like impossible. Someone beat it in like 2 minutes, 5-star, like silent assassin. So but I'll send them in there. I think I had like 4 or 5 made, and I'll see if you guys can beat it better than me.
Yeah, there's just so much content in like the base game that I've never even ventured into like people's custom content, just because there's so much to do just already, especially with like the freelancer thing in there. But I feel like Wonder Woman's due for like a potentially Game Awards.
I think so.
I feel like it has to be at this point.
I feel like it's finally time for that thing to get shown off.
Because they were pretty quiet about the Indiana Jones game too until like a couple of months ago, and it's coming out soon. So
I can't wait. I hope it's fun. But yeah, they I feel like that's like a big one for Jeff to be like we get like the first real Wonder Woman. Like sure you saw like an image and like a cinematic teaser, and I'm not even saying gameplay, but just something.
Just the title drop? Like, was there even a?
No, there is like
it was like a flash of her. It was just like a still 3D model of her with
Diana,
like the whip, the lasso.
Yeah, like the.
And they're using the Nemesis system, I think, right?
Yeah. That's something that's super
or else
cool.
What the hell are they doing with their copyright trademark?
Yeah, no, they are, and I think that's perfect. Like Themyscira fight some gods, whatever, and that's great. And I'm excited for that. I wanted to ask Dylan, anyone else can weigh in because I won't be on SideQuest. What do you think about this word going around that they're going to allow DLC content in like Game of the Year like discussion, like the Elden Ring thing could go there?
I mean, I've seen there's a lot of stuff that in the last couple of years where people have been like, why is like Sifu in the best fighting game category and things like this, and Jeff is always just like, yeah, there's pretty much no rules, like people can nominate whatever they want in any category, and like that happened
such
when
broken
Among Us
system
came back and was like really popular, but like it was years after it came out. And people were like, can we nominate this? And he's like, yeah, sure, you can nominate whatever. So you don't even need to nominate things that came out in that year. You can nominate whatever the fuck you want. It just is going to be a numbers game. So if like other outlets aren't doing it, it's not
feels like Fortnite, Apex, and Call of Duty get on best multiplayer every time.
Yeah, but there's technically nothing stopping them from like Fortnite being the Game of the Year winner every single year. It's just that not enough people are nominated. It's so dumb. Like they really need to implement actual rules for like what people can nominate. Like
And last year they
DLC
had
should
the,
not be Game of the Year potential, in my opinion, for at least something like Elden Ring DLC. I don't know, other things maybe, but
Well, they had the Phantom Liberty for Cyberpunk last year. I think that was nominated in like best ongoing game or a
Right.
category like that.
Yeah, I
it's a
think
very
so.
nebulous,
Yeah.
weird category.
Yeah, it's like you
I think,
do any
yeah,
work.
they definitely have to make it a little more specific just to separate it a bit more.
Yeah. I just saw people not happy with that because I feel like it's like we talked about a couple weeks ago, Dylan. When it's like, oh, there's not like a clear front runner, and then when it's like, oh, well, you could put the DLC in there, everyone's like, well, it's just gonna be Elden Ring then, right? Like, which I do, like. Obviously, I haven't played it, and I hear great things, and they should be commended. But then I feel like there should be another category. It shouldn't just be like, well, maybe we don't really have a big game to win this year, so what if Elden Ring DLC could win? And it's like, no, that to me is the fun of it. It's like, okay, let's have some of these other games get a shot at like.
Yeah.
Elden Ring does not need another Game of the Year trophy. Like that to me, if that happens, that show's gonna end with such just like a thud, in my opinion. And I'm hoping the critics would not
Gotta
actually
get
people that
the
vote.
guy to run on stage again.
Yeah, exactly. He'll
The
save
Bill
it.
Clinton kid.
It'll just remind me of like when they pushed the best actor to the end of the show when Chadwick was nominated, and then Anthony Hopkins won, and everyone's like, "What the fuck did you guys do that for?" Like, oh, we really thought he was gonna win.
There.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, right. He was asleep. He was asleep at home in his bed. Like Anthony Hopkins gonna give a fuck to win another Oscar, and he wakes up. Everyone's so mad, so he has to like thank Chadwick in his like speech, who he's like never met in his life. He's like, "Oh, of course," and we love Chadwick, and like he knew like, yeah. So I don't know. I hope they figure that out over there. But
Because
that's
last year it
all.
was so obvious that Baldur's Gate 3 was going to win, at least the way I was seeing it. And this year, it could genuinely be. It could be Astrobot. It could be Metaphor Fantasio. It could be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. There's a lot of different different options.
It's a
And that's what's
strange
fun, like, it
year.
is-
It doesn't have a front runner in the same way that it normally does. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I like. It's like, okay, anyone's ball game, and then because it just might be someone random. But if that Elden Ring DLC, if the Elden Ring DLC gets in the nominees, I think it wins because that shows me there's enough of those people voting that
Yeah.
feel, yeah, it should get this.
And like it's a good DLC, but I mean, come on, people, it's not Game of the Year. Like, let's chill out.
Yeah.
I'm just excited for the reveals and stuff like that. I feel like there's a lot of stuff in the works that hasn't gotten much info, like you were saying, like the Wonder Woman game, or like I was saying the James Bond game. Like there's stuff that could pop up there, maybe forgotten about. And it's like, oh yeah, this thing got announced and it's coming out hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
I was just looking at the calendar for next year, planning out some side quest stuff, and like there are dates for things into like maybe March a little bit, mostly February, and then there's just like nothing. So there's not a lot of big
Yeah.
announced dates really out there. Like we know GTA is coming out at some point and just doesn't have a date, but
That's why.
December
Everyone's-
25th, 2025. That's what's coming out.
Gonna compete with Wonka 2.
Yeah, you and Taylor will do a double review of GTA and Wonka 2, something, whatever the.
How
subtitle is.
long would it take? How much would you have to play of a GTA 6 to do a review on it?
That'll be like Starfield, where we just talk about it like for
A
half
review
an
in
hour
progress.
every week for us
Yeah.
5 weeks in a row.
And I can't commit to because I remember with Red Dead that was the whole thing. Kirkland left me hanging. I'm shooting at him. We're like, oh, we'll review it when we get done, and I fucking huffed through that game. It was like that's one of those games of like I hated going through that rate because it was so much stuff. And then like a couple weeks later, Kirkland's like, yeah, I'm still just on like the horse ride mission.
I think I got tag 2 now.
So I'm like,
Still in the
yeah,
snowy
I'm-
area?
yeah, I'm with Dylan where like that's a game in review progress, and then hopefully I think definitely we should do like a stories because there are always good like stories in there when we finish it. Like I'll definitely finish it. I always in games I like to mainline unless it's something extra because in my mind I always like to pretend that the side missions are like the sequel to the game that I don't have yet. Like I complete the main game and the side says like, oh, this is what happened after the adventure, but then it sucks when it's like someone died. Like that happened in Red Dead 2 when there's certain things that get closed off. Like, oh, I guess I should have done those side missions. I like the games that remind you and say, hey, if you do this, these are locked. But Red Dead's like, oh yeah, figure it out later. It's like, oh, damn, that sucks. But yeah, so no, GTA will be fun. But I think that's probably why you also don't have a lot of dates too. I think people are just fucking scared to go anywhere
That's like
near.
the Titan that's gonna.
It is. It's like
It's
the
gonna
Avatar.
roll
It's like just
everything, yeah.
December. That's Avatar's month. Sorry, nothing else is coming out that's really of note. And that same thing. Like I think it will be, like probably fall. I imagine because I feel like if it was spring, we'd got a lot more production going on right now. But
Which
Probably September. I think 5 came out in September of the year it came out.
Something like that, I think. Yeah.
that
So
sounds about right. But that's funny, Travis. I saw that Avowed. I got delayed out of this year, which fucked me over in the draft. And apparently
Yeah.
they didn't delay that at all because of the game, but they just wanted to space it from Dragon Age. So
nice.
I'm so mad that I'm losing the draft because that's the reason that they moved it away for a game that I don't know. I'm sure Dragon Age is great, but I don't know if that really would have stomped on people's interest in Avowed.
I don't think it blew the gates open like everyone thought Dragon Age was gonna, because I think it was because it was mixed reviews, right? They're not like mixed negative, but not like the overwhelming positive. So it is, and especially because Avowed, it's still on like Games Pass, right? So it's like it's an easy download for people, but. Yeah, alas, but so that's coming. Yeah, Game Awards coming up December. Got some movies and stuff. What are you guys seeing in April? What's on the docket for December? I know you see a lot, but is there any ones in particular that are coming up that is a must? Because obviously, the same thing. Like, how are you gonna swing Nosferatu and that's coming out 26? Are you gonna find a way to see it that day, or is that like a couple days later?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to see it on that day because we do Christmas in the morning, so I can do an afternoon movie. Yeah, Nosferatu and. The Lord of the Rings movie looks pretty good. I'm excited for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
My YouTube recommended me. They have a song for it now called "The Rider." Have you seen that? Like I
have not.
Original song, "The Rider."
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you give it a listen?
Nope.
I
didn't.
Or you just saw it. You just saw it on there. Yeah.
Charlie, I gotta wait for the movie. I gotta feel the experience in the movie. The only thing I saw was recently on YouTube was another teaser. It was a 30-second one. It was one of those again where it's like. They show Aragorn opening the doors, and then it's a flash, like the animation, some character opening the doors. Like they're really hitting you on the head with the, this is in that world, but it's like,
yeah, I got you. Yeah, Nosferatu, I'm super excited for. Y2K looks stupid as hell, but I'm gonna give that a watch too. Yeah, that looks super.
I think it's like the first week of December, Dylan. I think it's like the 6th or something like that. So it's soon.
Really fun.
Yeah.
Who's seeing Craven?
I'll see Craven.
I guess I kind of.
I'll watch it.
Going. yeah, I think I'm leaning that way too.
Craven doesn't need me. It's gonna be the biggest movie of the year anyway. So
if you had Sony,
my money.
He doesn't need your money.
They'll bring it back later on, just like Morbius, so you can see it then as well.
Yeah.
I think it'll do better than Morbius. I'm gonna make that claim.
I think Morbius. I think Morbius had even like ironic hype that people were gonna go actually go see it just because they knew it was gonna be bad. Like Craven, I haven't seen like anyone like talk about Craven.
But isn't part of that irony that those people said that and then didn't actually go see it, and so?
But I think at least some people saw it. But Craven, it's like it doesn't look like bad enough for it to be like this is gonna be so bad I'm gonna go see it. It just looks like very generic, like. Action type movie.
That could be like maybe it's gonna be like a dad.
Maybe that saves it too.
Yeah, like maybe it's not a Top Gun dad movie, but it's like it does just look like until they started to show like the comic Rhino guy, like it does just look like a guy in the jungle that wants to. Like he's he's out for revenge, right? It's just a revenge tale. I think that's smart.
Like
so
jump high superpowers. And
super speed, super smell, all that stuff. But
Russell Crowe is like he's having fun in it, so that could get some.
Yeah, I love Russell Crowe with a weird accent. It's my favorite.
Oh, it's great.
It's like feels like a Russell Crowe type action movie that'll play in theaters.
Or like even Morbius, someone might see that and go, oh, like I'm not vampire or horror person, we're Craven. But at the same time, I still don't know. Like Nosferatu, I still don't think it's going to do well, but I think they know that. And that's like, they're just putting that out because the Oscars. Craven, that's still like a radar movie out during Christmas. And there's like, you got Wicked and Gladiator. I think they'll still be around for Christmas. And then you got Lion King and you got Sonic 3. It's just like, and Moana, that'll be around for Christmas. It's like, I can't wait to see. I won't be able to be on the review because I'll have the twins, but like I can't wait to see one for that review because I think for the first time ever I said I'm not even going to see the movie first. I'm going to listen to the full spoilers review first and then see the movie. Yeah, because I don't care that much about Craven, so I think that's a perfect time to like how people said that about Venom to us. Like, oh, I'm not even seeing this movie. I listen to the review, like I'm going to do that, and I just
it's a fan experience from
exactly.
the review.
But maybe that'll help. But maybe just being basic generic, people like, oh, I want to see an action movie and. I don't know. Watch it be the biggest Sony movie yet. Watch it be the fucking winner, and then we're screwed. We're screwed for a decade.
Craven 3.
Yeah, he's going to verse Null. Yeah. Oh, Clay, I hear the car. You seen Craven?
I will not be seeing Craven. I don't think there's just too much else. I am curious, but there's too much else coming out in December.
That's fair.
I'm excited for the Lord of the Rings thing. I'll check that out. I'm excited for stuff that hasn't been talked about. I'm trying to think. That Nicole Kidman one looks
Baby
interesting.
Girl. I can't wait for Baby Girl.
It looks kind of reminds me of Eyes Wide Shut a little bit, but she's like basically the Tom Cruise this time around. What else? The Order, which is another December movie about killing white supremacists. That looks good.
Looks good. That one looks good.
Yeah.
I guess that's my genre this year, is hunting down white supremacists in December.
It's a good one. Good genre.
It is. What else? There's one more I'm thinking of.
Trying to do a Christmas watch party at April or Clay's place, and the movie choices are very odd for Christmas. You got movies with murder or white supremacist murder. What are your picks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My last thing is, Travis, are you going to be on the Gladiator review, or is that why you weren't on the? Yeah, you're done, right?
Yeah, because after this I'm done, because the C-section's scheduled for Friday. So while these guys are in the Coliseum, I'm in my own Coliseum of two twins.
Got it. All right.
So,
well,
yeah.
best of luck to all you guys with that. I hope it goes smoothly.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, no, I'll listen to their non-spoilers. I do want to see that, and I want to rewatch, because I said I haven't seen Gladiator in forever, so I'm going to rewatch Gladiator, listen to their retro, and then, but Gladiator I won't see for a while, because I think that won't be on VOD for a bit. I think that'll be like in the new year. Maybe they could put it during Christmas. Like maybe they want to see if someone like, hey, like you want to watch
think
Gladiator?
Depends, because even some of these movies that do like pretty well are still hitting VOD like
Beetlejuice did
relatively
that
quickly. Yeah,
it was like
especially
not even
like
a month.
for Christmas and that sort of
That's
thing.
what I was thinking. Yeah,
like,
I think it'll depend on
they
the
want to
legs.
get it on there. Yeah,
I could see a
yeah,
lot
if
of
if
dads.
it's holding really well, they'll probably keep it in theaters, or they'll probably just keep it in theaters and put it on VOD too. I mean, that's what they
Depends
do.
how many
So.
Coliseum popcorn buckets they have in the back room that they need to sell out of.
Yeah. Where like Wicked, I think that's not going to go. I think they want people to go to the theaters with their families to see that. Because that could be an easy, it's at home, let's just buy it. Where I don't think lots of people are like, let's all go see Gladiator. But I think at home, that's like a perfect like, my grandpa was a big fan of this, and let's well, I mean, like, it's just if it's there, like, rent Gladiator now, I could see people.
Speaking of that,
like,
that
it's
reminded
out,
me of
let's
like
watch it.
that reminded me of like the Mary Poppins Returns. Like they released that in December, and they were thinking it was gonna be like this big, like you're saying, like family movie or like grandparents remember it, and they're like, let's go see it, and that did not go.
No.
I remember I went to see it like, I think maybe not opening weekend, maybe second weekend. And there was like literally no one in the theater.
I remember because we were talking about that. Because Taylor was on that campus going to do really well. The narrative was because Mary Poppins, Bumblebee, and Aquaman. Those were the three movies at the same time. And Bumblebee coming off like $1 billion franchise, and Mary Poppins. Everyone loves Mary Poppins. I don't, but everyone's like,
and that was like
Aquaman's
Disney remake prime right there when they were
it
making
was like
billions.
Alice in Wonderland and like not
Beauty
even
and the
Aladdin yet.
Beast.
Yeah, but no, Mary Poppins. No one to go see. I feel like that's gonna be Lion King this year, like the new one. I think that's what it sounded like. That's gonna be the movie that people are like, I was there before, so maybe. But even like Wild Robot, it's still in the theaters, doing well. But 3 weeks later, they put that on VOD. I was so surprised of it's doing.
I feel
really
like
well
I haven't
numbers.
gotten much like advertising. I feel like maybe they didn't invest as much into it, so they're like, "Well, we made its money, so let's send it
Sneakily
to
put
the."
it on
What production company is Wild Robot? Is that DreamWorks?
Yeah,
I
DreamWorks.
think it is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was DreamWorks.
Yeah, which is impressive because it doesn't remind me of their other. I guess I shouldn't say that though. Puss in Boots looked great, so I should.
DreamWorks has like a bigger variety than like Illumination
and Bad Guys, right? They did Bad Guys as well, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and that's different. So,
Yeah,
no.
DreamWorks has a good variety of stuff.
That's why I'm curious what Shrek 5 is going to look like. Like, is it going to look similar to Puss in Boots, or is it going to look exactly like the Shrek movies, or is it going to be something completely new? And we haven't seen anything of it. So
the other Puss movies didn't see that. Or
no,
didn't look like that, right?
They looked like
the first one.
Don't call
like
them Puss movies.
Yeah.
The first one looked like Shrek, and the second one was like, let's do Spider-Verse.
Yeah, absolutely. The Puss in Boots movie just looked like, okay, it's Shrek spinoff. Where this was like, okay, something style. So I'm wondering what they'll do.
I feel
with
like
Shrek.
it could be like an in between.
Yeah.
Like maybe you have that sort of more. It won't be like as like explosive as like Puss in Boots, where it has like all the effects and stuff. But I feel like if Shrek, you gotta have some good fight scenes in there with some music and stuff. So I feel like in those moments it'll be like big and flashy. But I think for other stuff it won't be. I feel like they'll do like they like doing like the outline stuff, like having them have like a little like drawn outline. I feel like they could do that, and obviously that style's worked well for the Spider-Verse movies and Puss in Boots. So maybe that's what they'll do. Yeah. And Bad Guys has sort of that style too.
It does. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think like you said, it'll be that like kind of halfway because I don't think they want to completely redo it because I think they still want people to see it and be like, oh, that looks like Shrek. But I guess it's. I thought that was
I have to see.
year.
I didn't see the new Kung Fu Panda, so I don't know if they did anything in that style.
It's pretty standard.
Yeah, pretty standard. I think the TV show that they did was like different animation a little bit.
All the DreamWorks TV shows just look like the movie but lower budget.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what they look like.
Yeah.
Just like choppier animation.
There's like 10 different How to Train Your Dragon shows, or it's the same one and they just retitle it differently every season.
I know
it's the same one. They just retitled it.
Yeah, okay. And I think they had like some specials. They all have like specials too. And
I saw the Christmas
like
specials.
Have you guys seen those leaked photos from the trailer that came out with what's that dragon's name? Is he like Biscuit or something?
Legless or no?
Toothless?
Toothless. Not legless. Toothless.
Wrong
guy.
Because there's those images, but I don't know what it is. People have said there's a teaser trailer playing for it, but I don't know during what movie. But they haven't released it. But there's images.
I thought it was like at a convention or something.
Okay, is that it?
I'm not actually sure. I saw the photos, but I didn't see the context for it. But I feel like because there was that because Disney had what did all
Disney
these trailers for
thing.
Thunderbolts? Yeah,
Yeah,
but that was just
Brazil.
D23, right? It wasn't like the CCXP.
No, that's
I feel
December.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
That How to Train Your Dragon movie is very interesting because it's the same guy who pretty much wrote and directed all three movies doing the remake. So the fact that he wants to do it, maybe he's got like a different angle he wants to go with it. I don't know about it.
Well, supposedly that leaked teaser, it's like it's a shot-for-shot remake of the original, the animated things. Like it's literally like the shots are framed and blocked the exact same. It's just actors. Because that's what my timeline was. People turning on it, being like, "Oh, they're fucking doing this to How to Train Your Dragon." Like it's just Disney-fied and everything, and like I won't be seeing it.
I
But
think the trailer thing is just like I think the trailer thing is just like a leak for like a trailer that's probably gonna be coming out pretty soon. Because I saw like there's official photos of like the movie from like Empire magazine. So I imagine the trailer's coming like this week or next week. Probably to play in front of Sonic.
For sure, Sonic. Even Wicked, like I could see them have in front of that. It's fantasy in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Like different.
And there's the leaked Minecraft trailer too. I thought that's a classic movie trailer leak, like phone camera with the editor's name on screen, like all blurry.
But I didn't even look. Did that Minecraft trailer, like the last one, was it like really big numbers or something? I don't know. I guess like for people to be like
probably
doing the backstage leak and like, oh, we gotta get the computer and everything. But we'll see. Maddie, what are you seeing in December? What's on the docket there?
I do want to see Nosferatu, but I don't know if I'm gonna see it like when it comes out. It literally drops Christmas Day, but I do want to see that. I'm not sure what else comes out. I know you guys said Craven. What else is there?
Well, you're for sure seeing that. You got Lion King. You got Sonic 3.
You got Night Bitch. You got Night Bitch.
You're right. I forgot about Night Bitch. I forgot that's still coming.
I feel like there was hype for that before the trailer, and then everyone forgot about it.
I didn't even know that was coming out in December either.
Yeah, Baby Girl, as Clay mentioned.
Baby Girl, Baby Girl. I do want to. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters, but I do want to see that.
Yeah, I feel like that's an experience where you're gonna go to theater. It's gonna be like you and like 4 other people, and you just share this experience. It's like when I saw Saltburn last year, which a year anniversary last year, but it was like me, one couple, and then there was just like one older guy, or even like Kinds of Kindness. That's been my favorite one. Is gets through the first 2 stories, 5 minutes the third story, so he's out. He's like, I've had enough of this fucking movie. But I feel like those ones in Kelowna, it's like no more than 10 people, and it's just a shared experience of I'm just watching Barry Keoghan in the bathtub, which is like 3 people, and it's just silence. It's just like it's just quiet. It's just quiet. It's just that'll be Baby
Sonic's
Girl.
out. Sonic. is out in December, I think. I'll probably watch that when it comes home. I still haven't seen the first one. I just saw the action of the second one. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I might go see it. So
they're just
yeah,
fun.
I went
little.
to go see it.
I'm probably gonna see it in theaters. It's just a fun experience. And like I said, this is like for like the people younger than me. Even this is like their MCU. Like I always talk about when I went to see the second one and Shadow showed up in the post-credit scene. That was like
that was cool.
like their cat picking up the hammer in Endgame moment. Like they were going crazy.
Which is so crazy because like Sonic's like from like the 90s. You would think that would it'd be something else of that age. And I know Sonic's always on animated shows and there's still games, but I just think when I think of Sonic, I'm like, really? Like he has.
And the games are very hit and miss. The only games that I feel like get good reception are the ones that really go back to the old 2D.
But I feel like for kids and stuff, those are like a popular because really like all you have to do is just go in one direction as Sonic and just like spam like the jump button and you're good and you'll have a fun time.
And it's got cool design characters like Knuckles, like same thing. My theory wasn't, I don't think it was as yours, but when we saw Sonic 2, it was that where the kids, you could feel shifting in the seats of, oh my god, that's fucking Shadow. Like it's something to do with, I don't know, just I can't put my finger on it, but I'm interested to see how big of a hit it is because the first one's when they keep climbing. I don't think it's gonna be like $1 billion movie, but
I don't know if this one's gonna be as big as like the second one. I just don't feel like because I feel like the second one had a lot of hype going into because they did the trailer at like the Game Awards, like the big reveal, and that had like the Knuckles like beating up Sonic moment. And I don't know, I haven't felt as much hype for this one. I don't think it'll like underperform or like do badly, but I'm not actually sure what the second one made either, so maybe I'm just wrong.
Yeah, I'm looking that up right now. It made 405. So like I think it'll definitely hit that. I could see it getting up a little bit up more. You got Keanu as Knuckles, you know. Keanu.
What are the budgets on those things like around? It seems to me they should be like 100 million around.
Oh, I just closed it, but I think it's even like cheaper than that. I could be wrong.
It's like 90 to
90 to 110, so somewhere in there. So yeah, they're not super expensive. Jim Carrey's getting half of that, so you know, like Mr. Eggman. And the same thing. And this one he has 2 roles, so it's like the Rock, Black Adam thing.
What's his other role?
Like Eggman from the future. Or something.
I think it's just like his. I think it's his
grandfather.
dad.
I think it's his grandfather.
Oh, it's okay. There you go. That's great. Yeah. Eggman's dog. So, what about you, Mike? Other than seeing Wicked again over and over, what do you see?
There's also another movie coming out next weekend that no one is talking about. It's a Netflix animated movie called Spellbound.
Oh, that looks cute.
Yeah, and Netflix has a pretty good record with their animated movies. Like they don't get like massive attention, but they're usually at a pretty good quality level. So I'm gonna check that out too.
There's one coming out too. I think it's December 4th called The Christmas Tale, and it's from the writer and director of Love Actually and About Time. I'm very hyped for that. I did not know that existed until the other day. And like Bill Nighy, I think is paying. Of course, he's in it, but that and the animation I like. So yeah, they got some good animation stuff.
There was an animated Christmas Carol from Netflix like a few years ago. I saw
with Luke Evans. Yeah,
it had like a big cast in it. Yeah.
Yeah, Luke Evans is Scrooge, and that one's more of a musical. And I actually I liked that one too. Yeah, no, it's
I thought it had some cool designs for like all the ghosts, and that imagery was like some big set pieces. I remember thinking it was a cool one.
And don't forget, Lindsay Lohan in 2 weeks has a Netflix Christmas movie coming out as well. So no one forget that. This week is Chad Michael Murray. Yeah, he's got one, and then the week after is Lindsay Lohan. So we're Netflix and Prime. They just fucking feed me those movies now. It's great. It's just like a click.
What was the name of like the parody one with Justin Long that
I gotta watch it again. I was just thinking about that last night. I can't remember the name of it, but that's a yearly watch, that Justin Long Christmas one.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I can't remember, but it's
Christmas with the Campbells.
Christmas with the Campbells. Yeah. Again, everybody.
I don't even know how I discovered that one, but it just like showed up and I watched it. And then I think I told you guys about it.
I feel like that was an AI algorithm thing because we were just talking on the cast or after 9 about bad Christmas movies, and then you just like a day later was like, oh, I've heard of this movie, Christmas with the Campbells. Like your phone knew you were listening to Geek First talk about bad Christmas movies, and they were like, here, Christmas Campbells. But yeah, if anybody that's listening likes Christmas movies in an ironic way, watch Christmas with the Campbells. It's a really good time. So
that was a good one.
Yeah. And you got some stuff on TV too. I mean, there's Dexter Original Sin coming out in December.
Can't wait. Yeah, I'm excited to see how they piss me off every week.
Oh yeah,
every week.
It's one of those situations. It's not a character that needs it's in a very small box of what they can do. It's like the first season, Dexter gets very excited because like there's another serial killer in Miami, but now it's like, how many other serial killers was he messing with before that he struck? It's just all this stuff. Like,
and they really seem like they're pushing the limits of what they can kind of get away with the continuity. Yeah. So,
and like Christian Slater doesn't look like James Remar. Like Mike, you gave us that fact when they revealed that Christian Slater is older than Harry was when the show started, but he's playing like young Harry, and it's just like, this is odd. Like, and again, I would understand it completely if they weren't doing that sequel series, but they are. So I don't know if like it wasn't planned and Michael C. Hall was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it now. But just like, it's so odd. And the sequel series is like coming out next year, like in spring. I don't think it's that far away, or even in the fall. Like, it's not like multiple years. It's within a calendar year. So I don't really understand.
I think they want to like alternate to have one air every year. Because now it takes 2 years for a movie to come, for a new season to come out, so it's going to be like 1 year Original Sin, 1 year the sequel.
We'll
see. 2 movies and a show a year, like the DCU.
Yeah.
The Dexter cinematic.
Yeah, which is funny because I remember you might not be wrong, because at one point there was rumors they were talking about doing a Trinity TV show, and that never got announced. But
their biggest missed opportunity to me was trying to say this without spoiling it, but like, they should have done something with the Yvonne Strahovski character, and they kind of made that an impossibility.
Yeah, they closed that loop in New Blood. It was so frustrating. Why didn't they do that? But
she was the best part about those last few seasons of Dexter.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But yeah, no, I won't be on those review, but I promise Kirkland Terry I'll be sending them at least like Travis notes for those episodes, because that's one where it's like, it's gonna be like, no, because I know Terry and Kirk like, I haven't seen those seasons in a while, so I don't remember that.
The fact checking everything.
I'll be the guy in the chair for those reviews. I won't be there live, but I'll say, hey, they fucked this up. Please mention this for Travis, because it's gonna bug me. The canon, I already can see how much it's gonna bug me. So. Kirkland, you hope that you get another Dexter Deb love storyline in that season. They bust that
definitely
out again?
not. Yeah, no,
You ship them?
I definitely don't ship them.
No,
I definitely do not.
Yeah,
it's exciting. I think just like starting a new Dexter series, but there's some potential for it going in the bad directions. But I don't know. It's still fun though. I think they're gonna be fun reviews nonetheless, like every week.
What are you more excited for the most, Kirkland, to review in December? You got Creature Commandos, Dexter, or Skeleton Crew? What's your ranking there?
Creature Commandos, honestly. I feel like since that was first announced, like I just love the animation, like the interesting characters that were shown. So very much so, Creature Commandos.
Mm-hmm. Is anybody else checking Skeleton Crew out when that comes out a couple weeks from now? Yeah?
Yeah, I will. I'll check it out.
Out of a pure sense of completionism, I will.
Yeah, literally.
I don't think I've watched any Star Wars stuff since like Mando 3. Like, I haven't seen any of the shows or anything since that point.
Yeah, I think Andor was... Had you seen Andor?
I started watching Andor and I never finished it.
Oh, you pulled a Maddie Megalopolis. 30 minutes in, there goes Andor.
I've never gone to the Zoa review because I know that's in there on one of those episodes. So
is it? Is that where it started?
I think so. Like the review, the live taste test, I think is like on the finale or something like that. Wow. So I've never actually seen it. One day I'll get
your motivation.
Sometimes I question myself as a content creator. I'm like, why did I do that on the Andor review? We must have been excited. It came in and we must have tried it, but. Oh yeah.
Because I wasn't there to keep you guys in check. You just went off the rails without me.
All those Star Wars. You got to come back to Star Wars. Skeleton Crew, Dylan. That's your time.
He'll come back once they release the movie. You can come back. So at least couple of years there.
You'll be back in May then of 26 because that's still happening. Mando and Grogu. It's gonna be there. No longer the December one, but which I didn't even know. I thought that was a different year. So they at one point were planning to release the Mando Grogu movie and the Rey movie the same year. That seems not Star Wars like. Like there's no I thought they were
no movies for 7 years to two in the same year. That's
Well, don't forget, Last Jedi and Han Solo came out within like 5 months from each other, I think.
Yeah, and that I think was a mistake. I think
yeah.
people, yeah, I think people were not wanting more stars right after Last Jedi, and especially
what was
Solo.
the movie that came out like near Solo that like caused it to like not do as
Infinity
well?
War. It was sandwiched in between Infinity War and Deadpool 2. And then you had
yeah,
Solo in the middle. Yeah. And everyone chose the Marvel stuff and everything. Like, I think if that was, like, let's say you swap them, if that's Last Jedi there, I don't think it has that faltering. Like, I think Deadpool might get picked less, but I think Solo would have had a better chance there. But, yeah, I think...
you could have ran Solo, like, in November or something like that. I feel
or
like
December,
like
the other ones.
Yeah, the December spot.
But it's like they just wanted to get that May spot because that's when the older movies came out, and it looked like they wanted to shift back to that, to claim it back as a release date. But at that point, you got so many other franchises that have come to replace it that...
Well, and they also were planning to do 2 a year at that point. There's quotes of Kathleen Kennedy. So I think they were going to do one in May and one December. I think that was their plan. And now we haven't got one in 5 years. So we went from 2 movies to a year to 0 in 5, which is just, I still don't understand when we get this news, the mismanagement. But Maddie, Skeleton Crew, you gonna watch Skeleton Crew?
I kind of similar to as Bubs. I've been tapped out on the Disney Plus Star Wars stuff. To be honest, the movies I still dig them. I'm gonna rewatch some of them soon, but. The Disney Plus shows kind of tapped out on it.
Yeah, that's fair. Hopefully it's something good. I hope Kirkland and Taylor, I hope it's good, or I'm gonna get some red ass reviews when I'm listening to them. I don't know if I could get any lower than those Acolyte reviews, but it'll be fun to listen to. So
it's like, obviously I'm hoping it's good, but like I just really hope it's not just incredibly mid and like just boring and dry to get through. Like if it's bad, I hope it's
rather
like
be
wild
bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
which I think
Acolyte was like Acolyte was like the Halo reviews for me. Like I did not watch the show at all, but I would listen to the reviews.
and maybe it's not even like, I don't think Acolyte was like bad, but there had some major choices that were bad, and that would create just like headaches. And even seeing the downfall of Taylor in that review, like he started to turn until they showed Plagueis. Once they showed Plagueis, Taylor's back
10
in.
out of 10, yeah.
He's like, I'll need another season, this and that. But if you listen to the episodes before, he's all like, they should cancel this. We don't need, like, he's fully with us. And then Plagueis shows up like, we need more of this. There's so many stories to tell. It's like, that's why I'll always believe Rogue One, he gave a 10 because the fucking Vader moment, and I'll always believe that he likes Solo because Darth Maul's in it.
Yeah,
like that, I 100%. We saw it live time with the show. If it's a movie, we wouldn't have known. But with the show, we saw for weeks and be like, I don't know about this. And one character, he's seen Jesus. Like he's back to like, give me Acolyte too. So, god damn. Oh boy. Is there anything else that anybody wants to shout out or talk about before we... Oh, that's what I want to do. Okay, you can talk about it, but I'm going to pull up a trailer that I did not know this was a real movie. So if anyone has something to talk about, go ahead.
Which one is this?
I don't want to say the name in case. I'll pull it up. It's from the aughts.
The aughts.
I've been curious. Is that poster behind you, Kirkland, glowing, or is it just the lighting that's like super good?
It's just
It's
the
on
lighting.
fire.
It's like blue.
It's like I thought it was like
change the light, see
glowing.
if it changes.
It's like
It
everything's
looks
so
cool,
dark,
though.
but then it's
Yeah.
like glowing.
The poster is
Yeah,
blue,
that's
so I
cool.
feel like the blue light really just accents it with the wall. But
Fair.
let's see what
Yeah.
different color it gives.
No, I think it goes good. It does look like...
Oh,
Ooh.
that's cool. It makes like the gloves really shine when you turn it. Yeah,
Cool,
like the
that's-
logo and stuff with the red.
That's
And then we
nice.
just do
It's
the
like a
whole fucking-
the Batman poster.
That's what it normally looks like. There you go. Yeah, the Batman.
Yeah, put those lights back on. Don't show us in the daytime.
The light is mine version.
Yeah, okay, so here we go. So this is a movie called Tiptoes. The only reason I found it is because...
Oh, yeah, I know this.
Okay, I did not know this was a real movie. Emily found it because there was a podcast reel that she got where McConaughey was on a podcast, and they made him watch this trailer. I don't know if he had forgot he was in this movie or what the deal
I
was.
think I've heard of this.
If
I'm
after
sure.
this, it's worth going to pull up. Maybe I'll try and find it. McConaughey's reaction to this trailer, but it's a real movie. I'm sorry Taylor's not here. It's Matthew McConaughey and Kate Beckinsale. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say what the plot is. I'm gonna play it here. So let me know if you guys got. Is there sound there?
Yeah.
Carol
Yeah,
and
check it
Steven's
out.
life together was perfect.
Oh, I know this movie. Yeah.
Right this second. Hey, baby.
Hey, sweetie. I love you.
There's one small problem.
Hi, I'm Ralph. I'm his brother. We're twins.
Are your parents,
Yeah.
It can tear them apart.
I think you're gonna let me know that everyone in your family's a midget.
This is not a parody movie.
What?
This is a real movie.
Hey, welcome. I'm Steven.
Ah, there you are. This is Steven's father, Bruno, and his mom, Kathleen. And over behind the bar is Steven's brother, Ralph.
You could have prepared us for this, don't you think?
If you embarrass me, I'll never speak to you again, so just get it together.
This feels like a Tropic Thunder movie.
Yeah, they must have buried this movie, man.
When the going gets rough, it's only
trailer.
the size of your heart that counts.
Those trailer voiceovers.
You not tell this great girl, and you
It
didn't
really
tell her
does
that
feel
her
like a
baby's probably gotta
skit.
be little. I'm not like you.
We are so cute and cuddly.
Ah.
Don't discriminate against us.
This party's
Peter.
got a little wild. I never expected this. There's sure a lot of midgets around here.
You better back off, Goldie Hawn. My man can do what he wants to do.
I'm ready for an adult relationship.
What is this man doing in your bedroom?
A walk down the aisle.
Steven's a very lucky guy. Just hope he's smart enough not to screw it up.
Is just a beginning.
There'll be rough patches, there's no doubt about it.
Canal Plus.
That's like the whole movie.
Absolutely. Just wait, there's one more good reveal coming. Here we go.
Matthew McConaughey, Patricia Arquette, and in the role of a lifetime, Gary.
No way. Are you serious?
That definitely looks
I
like a
didn't even
fake movie,
recognize
like
it.
a Tropic Thunder movie.
That's what got him that's what got him the Commissioner Gordon role.
Oh, absolutely. I love like in the role of a lifetime, but I could not believe.
Look at these recommended videos.
Was
here
he
for-
laughing
for
about
Tim
it, Travis?
Jones.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He was having a great time. I'm trying to
Okay, yeah,
find it.
sure.
Of course, there's like an interview of Gary Oldman. He takes it completely fucking dead serious. Like he's like, oh, I learned so much from this role. It's just like, dude, but like, oh, I can't like
The
it
role
feels,
of a lifetime.
The role of a lifetime. And there's so many movies that come out. It's crazy. And yeah, I'll see if I can try and find McConaughey's reaction.
Yeah,
here
because
before
around
we
that
go.
time, she was doing Underworld. He was doing some other stuff too. I don't know how I never like.
It's the
I never knew
same.
that existed.
It's the same as How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yeah,
That's what he's at his fucking prime here.
That's
Okay, here I found a bit of it. I'll just.
They must have
last
buried
movie
this
that
movie,
director
man.
did.
Oh yeah, I don't know what the guy did. Yeah, here.
I don't even recognize Gary Oldman. I didn't know that's him.
Oh, Role of a
Yeah,
Lifetime,
I can
Matt.
tell.
He took on. He really transformed himself.
Shouldn't you have
there.
to like do it on his knees to make it look like he was shorter?
They had to do Hobbit probably camera work, right? Around that, like how.
No,
they
I
did-
think it was even less than that. I think it was just him on his knees. For most
Yeah.
of it.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. This is just a little bit of it.
This is chaos, dude. A walk down the aisle.
Steven's a very lucky guy. Just hope he's smart enough not to screw it up.
Is just a beginning.
There'll be rough patches, there's no doubt about it.
Canal Plus and
And I
Langley
respect that
Productions
he's
proudly
just
present command performances from Kate Beckinsale,
Command.
Matthew McConaughey,
Just get really serious.
Patricia Arquette, and in the role of a lifetime, Tiptoe.
But yeah,
I just looked it up on Wikipedia. It said the director was fired during post production and had all his credit removed.
Oh
And it said
man.
it said it premiered at a 150-minute cut, and then after they fired him, they cut it down to 90 minutes.
Well, there's a 150 cut. Release the Tiptoes cut, please.
That's a watch
Oh
along
my
right there.
God.
They really thought they had an Oscar contender on their hands.
Oh, they really did. Yeah, and
Command performances.
you can watch his full reaction because McConaughey said that he'd never seen the trailer in his life, so it was a first time viewing it. And
That's amazing.
oh yeah.
What about
no.
Oldman? He got pissed when they asked
No,
him?
he just when he asked him, there's a YouTube clip. He was very serious about it. Like
Okay,
it wasn't in a comedic thing. Like, oh, what up,
Yeah.
Tiptoes? Like, I learned so much, and I brought this from it, and like it's like okay, he's that type of actor where he's very my work is my craft, but yeah. So
there's a quote from Dinklage that says the original cut was gorgeous, and then the producer's cut when they fired him is just like a generic rom-com.
wow. So I wonder
apparently
if
it was like a serious drama that they just
Okay.
cut down into like a marketable rom-com.
Could you imagine that real cut is like a legit Oscar Academy Award level movie?
Yeah,
and they
the director hopes that the director's cut will be released one day.
He hopes
he said he never directed another film after.
He hopes.
When was this posted? Yeah, when did he say this?
Yeah, I don't know.
I get it when even the Suicide Squad David Ayer guy, he's like, I hope that Suicide Squad cut comes out right. It's like 2016, within a decade, okay. But Tiptoes, I don't know when that quote came out, but still, it's like at least
2016.
Yeah.
So he was seeing the Suicide Squad release the
16, 18 years later, and at least Suicide Squad's massive movie IP. I could see them taking a chance. What companies be like, yeah, Tiptoes, remember that 150 cut we have? Let's push it back out there. Let's get it for the people.
A24, get it out there.
Absolutely.
Criterion Collection Edition.
Oh my
A
god.
message to anyone listening: if you join at the producer tier, you can join us on this podcast and also make us watch that movie and review it. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the movie of a
I don't know what
lifetime.
streaming service is bearing the shame of having that in their roster. But
I think
on Tubi.
It was all I looked there. It was all because me and Emily are gonna watch this for sure.
It's on the Roku channel.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, and Prime.
Yeah,
That's what it says.
In Canada, you can only rent it as of right now. So there's no place to stream it in Canada. So yeah, we'll circle back. But yeah, no, I thought that was a good way to end it because I could not believe what I was watching. It feels like an SNL skit, but no. But yes, that is it for After 9. Thank you everybody for joining. I had a nice full house day. A very, very random episode of just lots of tangents, but I love it. So everyone have a good rest of your weekend. Thanks as always for joining. This is a fun way to go out, and I'll speak to you guys in the Discord and everything like that. And have a good time. And Maddie, I hope you kick Kirkland's ass in the draft later today because he needs to lose. So.
Baby. It's not looking good right now.
Let's go, baby. Let's
good.
Go.
We need to take him down there. So and same thing, Mike. I hope I kick your ass later. Yeah, you got a lot left to play. So yeah, we'll see. So, but yeah, all right, you guys have a good weekend.
Everyone.
You guys.
Good to see you all.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Best of luck with everything.